What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Hot Toys Veteran. Thank you guys for being here with us tonight. Happy Saturday. Tonight, we're going to have a nice, mellow, easygoing show. Obviously, as you guys know, there's not much to talk about regarding Hot Toys because of what's going on with the holidays and stuff like that. So we're just going to hang out tonight, like the last stream, and we had a lot of fun. So I have a couple topics to talk about, but we'll get into it as we move along. Let's say hello and introduce my guest, back by popular demand. Everybody's been asking, where's Austin? Where's Austin? Austin has been on tour. He's been traveling the United States of America lately, so he has been MIA from the stream.
But missing you greatly.
What's going on, my friend? Let them know. What's been going on with you?
You know what? Not much, man. The most recent things, Rachel, she's painting the inside of her house. So we've just been getting that done. And that's kind of like something that she's been wanting to do for a while, but also like getting prepared for like me to kind of move in. And it's taken a little bit longer than expected, but no, it's been good though.
Who's got the bigger house?
I have more rooms. Her house is bigger though. She has
like
a nice
square footage is bigger.
Yeah,
and your
square footage. Hers is bigger. Yeah, she has a really nice house.
How far from where you live does she live?
Not far. It's about an 8-minute drive.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Yeah.
Let's see who's in the chat with us tonight. Let's see, Peyton. What's going on, my friend? Thank you for being here. Some guy in the house. What's going on, my friend? Thank you for being here. Bad boy for life in the house. What's going on, my friend? It's a cold night, but warming it up. Yeah, it's freezing.
Yo, I got iced in. So I'm here in Arkansas, and we got like this ice storm. So we were just, I was trapped for like 2 days, 2 solid days. Granted, both my vehicles don't do well in ice anyway. So
let me tell you something. The wind chill is insane. It was like, so I had soccer yesterday from 8 to 10. I left here at like 7:20. It was freezing. When we got out of there, because we were playing indoor, we got out of there. And when you're all sweaty and stuff, forget it. Oh my God, it was a nightmare. I was like, what's going on with this weather, man? Cobra's Collection in the house. What's going on, my friend? Thank you for being here. What up, my 1-6 collectors? Austin in the house. Nathan, what's going on, my friend? Thank you for being here. There's always something to talk about. Absolutely, that's correct. That's why I still come on. You know what I mean? Like if I didn't have any topics or Hot Toys wasn't around, I would be like, oh, it is what it is. Like I'm not streaming tonight, but they're 100% correct. There's always something to talk about. We'll figure out.
Last time you guys were on here, and I was in the chat, just like watching and listening to you guys. It was fun just hearing you guys interact so much with the chat, and then just the multitude of conversations and dialogue you guys had. It was fun for me.
That's the best part. That's why it's it's not fun because we do this, for the audience to begin with, right? So when they're not engaged and when they don't bring up topics and they don't talk about things, it actually makes it boring, believe it or not. I could have all the topics in the world, but if the chat doesn't get involved and they don't talk, they don't bring up topics, they don't engage, it's not the same because it's like you're doing it for yourself. You know what I mean? So it's actually a lot of fun when they get involved. So that's why I won't just like not stream because there's like no topics. Like I'll always, even if it's just to talk to you guys, you know what I mean? We'll hang out for a couple hours, just BS, talk about whatever. It's fun, Let's see. Bobby in the house. What's going on, my friend? Thank you for being here. Take a look at these two. Good evening, everybody. Yeah.
Bobby helped me out the other day because, I made that post wanting like a like this custom LED sign for like my room.
Yeah.
And he sent me a really good link. So reached out. So hopefully this all works out.
Oh, did he send you the link I sent him? Unreal. Taking all the credit all the time. Unbelievable.
I'm just trying a couple ideas of what I want to do. So
why are you looking for those lights?
I got some ideas.
Oh, selfish. Oh, okay. So let's see.
No, well, nothing's confirmed yet. So like he said, like really, like because I'll be moving into like Rachel's, so I get the chance to kind of like create a new room. So got a lot of really cool ideas.
Also, you're
that
gonna turn that whole thing into like a whole world in there.
Yeah. Like I like my setup in here, but it's kind of only this corner, and then this isn't really unique, right? Like really, a lot of 6Go collectors have this. This isn't anything, unique to me. So I kind of have some ideas that we'll be doing in that room that hopefully will just be unique to me.
I was gonna say you're just gonna make your whole collection room that completely like stand out and different.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Gotcha. Okay. Single songwriter, what's going on, my friend? Thank you for being here. 6 scale shenanigans. What's going on, my friend? Austin, is that a toupee?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Different hair implant tonight. Yeah. I didn't want to pretty myself up. I'm always really tired of being the prettiest one on here. So I wanted Fabs to be the star of the night. So
he changed it. He changed the toupee for tonight.
Yeah.
Today's the
this is a laid back, relaxed one.
Yeah, this is the crappy one. Carlito in the house. What's going on, my friend? Thank you for being here. The Collector in the house. What's going on, my friend? Thank you for being here. Harold in the house. What's going on, my friend? Thank you for being here. You guys in the house. Brick in the house. What's going on, my friend? Louis says, I'm a military contractor and getting a nice raise to the potential war with China. Ooh. So I'm buying all fast.
He's gonna have that fire cell so he can get us some statues.
The what? The what?
So you're gonna have that fire cell. I don't know if anybody knows that.
So I want you guys to let me know in the chat if you are in here tonight just for the news that I posted on the link for this video. So let me know if you guys are here to find out why I'm selling my my collection to get into statues. Jerk Paul, what's going on, my friend? Thank you for being here. Happy Saturday, everybody. Thule, what's going on, my friend? I've heard something. How late am I? No, not at all. 7 minutes and 47 seconds, but not late at all. Peter says the question is absolutely. So I've been thinking for a long time I'll tell you guys later. Let me finish with the chat. Austin, Commander Green. Hey, Carlito. Carlos, my friend, what's going on? Thank you for being here. He almost won the giveaway. That would have been nice. Oh, he's in this guy. Unreal. Look at him.
Drink of the night.
Oh, you're gonna let me in now. Oh, okay.
Look at this guy. Look at
well,
this guy.
I just figured I've been sitting here for 6 minutes. Maybe I should just start drinking and
I can tell.
I'll just watch you behind the stage. Let you guys just take it away.
I can tell you've been drinking.
Are you blind, sir? Are you blind?
Unreal.
Always late. Always late. Unbelievable.
I was gonna give it 2 more minutes and I was out.
No, I didn't even see you down there.
I was going like this for a while too.
Oh no, I didn't even see it. Sorry, I apologize.
It's all good.
Well, thanks for being here anyway. Oh man. All right, let's see. Axel in the house. What's going on, my friend? Thank you for being here. A lot of you guys in the house tonight. That's awesome. D-Lo, what's going on? Austin with the good hair. With the good hair.
You want to borrow some of that hair to me? Come on,
D-Lo, I thought D-Lo was coming tonight. Was he not?
He never said, did he?
No, I don't. That's
didn't he? I don't know. Maybe he's working.
Yeah, I think it's Appraisal Saturday today, so I don't know.
Right.
Let's see.
Probably got us on in the background.
Yeah, he's probably doing all the appraisals tonight for the month. For the month of September.
Speaking of having us on in the background, Graeme, I actually have your video saved, your collection tour, because I'm hoping after this show tonight that Rachel and I were going to watch it together while we do some unboxings in my room. So I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to your video, man.
Well, I hope it lives up to your expectations.
Don't waste your time, okay?
It's not that long.
It's not that long. I said, how come I'm at the end of the video? There's no figures yet.
Best 20 minutes of your life, Austin. Best 20 minutes ever.
Perfect.
Oh, a lot of you guys in the chat. That's awesome. Thank you guys for being here. Oh, look, they're saying hi to the Jetty.
What's up, everybody?
Going good. Thanks. At Thule. A lot of Leighton, what's going on, my friend? Thank you for being here tonight. Look at you guys. You guys are on
It's an
fire.
active chat early on.
Yeah. This guy.
I thought maybe you'd like feel me like making fun of you, and then you just kind of look down and see me.
No, I didn't. I'm telling you, I'm like, I was into the what do you call it? Into the chat, and I didn't even look down there. I thought you weren't coming.
No, I said I was. I said I might be a little late.
That's what I'm saying. I figured I was like, oh, something will come up, and then he's just gonna say, nah.
No, I wouldn't do that to you or Austin, or more importantly, the community. Wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't do that to anybody
This
either.
is too important to not be here.
Flavio.
That's a man of the people.
Yeah, that's right. This is life. Collecting, guys, collecting is life. Unless, like me, you sell all your stuff to get into statues. Hold on.
Or whiskey.
Wait. What kind of whiskey is that tonight?
So tonight I am drinking Buffalo Trace bourbon. Not expensive, but hard to find.
Can you go ahead, take a drink, and tell us, like, ooh, I taste hints of this or this?
I taste
maybe back in the day when I focused on that stuff. Now I just drink it to put up with Fabs. So
I taste the hint of wood and alcohol. Unreal.
I like drinking scotch because bourbon, you get I get more of the flavors from scotch, but bourbon I still like to drink.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. I'm not a big drinker myself, and the times I have a bunch of buddies who are, they collect and whatnot. Remember one night they had like a maple syrup bourbon thing, and they're like, "Oh, this tastes really good. It tastes just like this or this." I was like, "Okay, can I try it?" They pour me a drink. It always ends up tasting just like whiskey or just bourbon. I don't ever get the hints of this or this.
You really got to focus on it. Like I said, bourbon is a little bit trickier for me. Sometimes I can taste like more of that corn mash or like the sour mash. But with scotch, you get a lot of different things like smokiness, some fruit, some vanilla, toffee, stuff like that. But you get it a little bit with bourbon too, like vanilla and toffee as well. But it's a lot, I don't know, it's just harder for me to pick up. And you do have to kind of be focusing on it. And for me, it's always easier to look at kind of what the notes are. And then while I'm drinking it, I can kind of hone in on it more and like, oh yeah, I do get some of that. So
I have an idea. What if you and Brick Artemis start a channel where you guys talk about cigars and alcohol? I would be amazing.
It could be like a diversion from like your stressful lives. We call it like a simple diversion.
That's good. That's a good idea.
Oh my god.
I love you guys.
So Brick, wait, getting into statues isn't a joke.
No, he's joking.
Stay tuned to find out.
So this is what happened. So now that I'm
wait, I don't want to cut you off. I feel like you're kind of gaslighting me at this point because I now feel like we're gonna get a serious.
I'm gonna tell you why. So I've been obviously, since I started doing this YouTube, like little by little, I started watching like videos on it to learn about it because I don't really know much about it. And one of the things that came up was if like your titles, like if you do like clickbaits, like people are actually like watch your stuff expecting to hear some like false news, but then you never do. You know what I mean? They just get you hooked.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me see if it works. But it looks like it works because I got 100 in here right now.
The next video is gonna be big fire sale, tuning, everything.
But nothing under retail.
My next
Nothing under retail.
My next title is gonna be Batman.
Why I'm buying in art.
Batman 2. Why is Hot Toys selling their company the in art? Unreal. Unbelievable. Can you imagine that? I thought you had no clue you were going to sell. Oh no, I was just kidding. No, I was trying the bait and switch, but it didn't work. So I got
I got 25 in here. That's pretty good.
Yeah, no, but I got to keep
27.
trying different. What do you call it?
We'll just tell him next time Austin will be shirtless for the whole show.
I'll be shirtless. I'll get more people. Unreal.
I'll tune in for that one, Fabs. If I'm not on here, I'll be
shirtless, and you guys can body shame me the whole show. How about that? That'll bring people in.
Yeah, nobody wants to see me shirtless right now. That'll be closer to summer. Definitely not right now.
He takes his shirt off. Why do you have a third nipple? Weird. Let's see. Nafty in the house. What's going on, my friend? Thank you for being here. This is the giveaway winner right here. Lucky one. This guy. How do you like the figure?
And he got it already. That was quick too.
Yeah.
Well, when it's rigged, it goes pretty quick.
I shipped it the next day, and he got it literally the next day because he's in New York as well. So he got it like the next day. Darth Reese, what's going on, my friend? Thank you for not keeping any. No, I'm not selling anything. It was a joke. I'm keeping everything, and I'm still buying more, and I still got tons and tons coming in. And like I said, collecting is life. You know, for if you're leaving the hobby, you know, you have to have your reasons why. Maybe it's not fun anymore. You know, maybe you got tired of it. Maybe you got bored. Maybe, you know what I mean? It's nothing. If you want to leave, there's nothing wrong with it. Just know that nobody's going to miss you once you're gone. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. Like, you just move on with life, and that's it. So, you know, if you made friends in the community, then, you know, hopefully you'll stay in touch with them. But once you're out, you're out. You know what I mean? Because if you say, I'm getting out of the hobby, but you're still, like, in the groups and stuff, if you really want to get out,
you got to get all the way out.
Exactly. If you stay lingering around, it's just going to bother you. You know what I mean? You're going to see things that you wish you were still buying. That, you know,
that's a hiatus at that point.
Because
even if hobby. That's just like
even if you're tired of the hobby, it's still an addiction.
But
even if you are tired of the hobby, it's still an addiction. There's still things that are going to reel you back in, or you're going to miss that feeling of having that new figure, or, you know, when you see that specific figure,
or you want to know people's opinions of
right. Like, that's why, like, you got to get all the way out, and you got to cut yourself off from it. Otherwise,
right.
It's. I mean, I would say it's an addiction. It's a fun addiction, and, you know, you get the thrill of having that figure come in the mail, and you get to open it, unbox it, and, you know, put it in the display. There's something about that just releases those endorphins, and yeah,
you know, it's funny.
Like quitting cold turkey.
I was watching something, and it was talking about how, you know, social media, you know, gets people really hooked and addicted, and how getting likes, like, you know, really, like, gets you, you know, excited and happy and stuff. Let me tell you something. I don't think I've ever cared about getting likes and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, it was never a thing for me until, like, now with the YouTube. I'm like, you know, and Thule, literally, look, he's on the screen. He's like the main one always pushing the like. I never really cared about stuff like that because I guess I didn't really know the value of it. You know what I mean? So I never really like begged for likes or oh, you know, nobody likes my stuff.
You beg me all the time.
I just no, because you know, you work for me. It's different. But, you know, so but when you're doing, like, for example, if I'm posting something and I'm posting it for me, whether it's, you know, my group or every other group, I post it not for the recognition or the validation. I just post it because that's what you're supposed to do. You know what I mean? You're in groups to share your stuff. You know, you're not there to expect anything in return. If it happens, it happens. But it's not like you're doing things to get things in return, because that's when you get in trouble. You know what I mean? That's when
I'll tell you this. I actually enjoy, like, you know, the likes and whatnot. But, like, I think there's a big difference in doing things for likes versus just enjoying the interaction in the community. Because, like, first and foremost, I started getting into this without knowing that there was actually a community beforehand, right? And I love the hobby. I love collecting this stuff. I love doing the unboxings with Rachel, and that would continue regardless of social media. But it's just like a tool that enhances the hobby for me. But then, like, through it, I've been able to meet people like, you know, you guys, and unfortunately, like William in the chat. And I mean, that just makes it so much more fun.
Like,
You know?
unfortunately, William.
You know, it makes it more fun. But like, I think it can start being negative if like you're purchasing these figures for the likes, and then you're doing things specifically for content, I guess, versus like the love of the figure itself. I think that is what could lead to like the burnout or like the mass selling of a collection, which is a very stressful process as well, especially if you're having to mass sell it for like financial reasons, which were caused because of you buying it for the content itself, you know?
And that's another thing. Like, do you know how? I didn't know. Again, I don't. I just, with this whole YouTube thing, I'm just learning about it now. But apparently, you could buy views and you could buy subscribers. How
So you can promote it, yeah.
How desperate do you have to be to do something like that?
But
I think a lot of people do it at first when they're starting up because they don't want to take the time to build up their audience. So, if you can kind of pay some money and get more views and hopefully build subscribers that way, I think it's more of like exposure and whatnot. But
the thing is like I've had some companies reach out and whatnot, right? And like to advertise for them and do things, but it's not really the follower count that matters. I think people get caught up on the follower count. It truly doesn't matter about the follower count. It's the interaction and the engagement of the followers you have, right? So if you see a person who has 5,000 followers, but they only get 50 likes at a time, that's a very small ratio of an engagement. Now, if you have a person who has 500 followers and he gets 500 likes and full engagement on those followers, that's what these companies see. And like, those are the people that they'll actually aim for them to like push the product or to send free product to or whatnot. So I've never really understood the buying the followers thing, because it really does nothing. Having junk followers, it does nothing. Waste of money.
I think the other thing too, when you guys talk about doing it for likes and whatnot, like I think for us, we do this because we enjoy it, and plus, like for me, it's being a part of the community. So for me, it's giving to the community, whether it just be advice, entertainment. The likes are great, but that's not the reason we do it. It's also more of like a journey for us. Like we can kind of go back, see where we came from, see the collection at a certain point. Like for me, it's kind of like almost, I guess, like a diary, of our step through this journey of collecting hot toys. So I guess those are the big reasons why I do it, is just to be a part of the community, give you guys advice, entertainment, but also interacting with you all as well. That's why we do these shows, so that we're all together in this and we're all just kind of hanging out.
What do you think right now, knowing your situation and where you stand with your collection and your mentality, regarding collecting? If you were to just wild guess, obviously I wouldn't even be able to give you this answer, but when do you think that you're going to be like, you know what, like, I'm probably going to be in this hobby for another 5 years, 3 years? Like, where do you see yourself going with this?
Like,
oh,
sorry, Graeme.
No, go ahead. Okay.
In terms of collecting, like buying these figures.
Yeah, like you buying your collectibles.
Maybe because I'm still newer to it, right? I really, there's still so many more steps I feel like I can go with this. I maybe still new and exciting for me. It's really hard to like have like an expiration limit. Like I just don't see myself stopping, because there's so many figures I want. There's so many movies coming out in the next like 5 to 10 years, right? Where I'm like, I cannot wait to see who this character is, and then I cannot wait to see like a toy get made out of them. I can't wait to actually start being like what William does and like making some diodes for some of these. Like there's just so much that I want. I don't know if there is an expiration.
William doesn't make them; he buys them from JP. Graeme, what do you see? Because that's the thing, right? Like, I've been in the hobby for years, right? And I can only imagine, knowing what I came from, you know what I mean? Like the beginning of when I started to where it is now. Can you imagine what this is going to be 5 to 10 years from now? It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. And and another thing, let's say Hot Toys goes out of business, which can happen at any moment. We don't know. They go out of business. What would you guys do? Would you guys stay with in-art and third parties, or in Blitzway and 3-0, or would you guys just be like, you know what, it's not even worth it anymore?
Absolutely sticking with those third parties. I've been loving what So Toys have been doing, not just naming one company. And I feel like they've really been building up some steam, like, especially with like Invincible and Omni-Man. We have Rogue coming out. They just did The Last Sun Returns. They've had Green Menace. They've had some bangers. A lot of these third-party companies have been. So I'd still be going full throttle, especially, we're talking price point too. It's a lot easier to bite the bullet on $160, $170 versus $300, $400, $500 a figure.
I think I'm kind of with Austin, where I don't I'm not looking for an end date necessarily. I think I'm just kind of mapping out what I want my collection to be. As I go further and further in the collecting journey, I'm kind of mapping out what I want the end space to look like. Like, I've kind of set my space, like what my limits are, my parameters here. And now I think, because I've gone backwards to kind of catch up on the things that I didn't get because I wasn't collecting at the time. So I think now, instead of stopping, I think it's just going to slow down. It's going to be more selective. It's going to be just getting the pre-orders that really mean something to me, because we're all in different financial states here. Some of us can afford to get a lot more than others. I think, you can collect at a slow pace, a fast pace, however you want to do it. There's no right or wrong. So for me, it's going to slow down, just at least where I am in this stage of life. Plus, like I said, I set the parameters with what the collection can be, the footprint of the collection. So have that idea of what I want it to look like, but I don't really have like an end game. So as long as they keep coming out with cool stuff, I'll still keep getting it. Just depends on where I am financially, on what that pace will be. As it goes for Hot Toys being out of business, again, it's not that I would just stop. I would just maybe, again, be more selective, because I'm not huge on third party, but obviously if InArt keeps, pushing out this fire, 3-0 keeps improving what they're doing, then obviously, those figures I would get to.
Wait, did you just say this fire? What fire do you have from InArt in hand right now? I want to see.
This fire.
Oh, that fire. Oh, because I thought you said InArt was putting out fires. I was going to say, what fires? I haven't seen flames yet. I haven't seen sparks.
Well, we've
seen
seen the final product of the Joker, and everything else has been pretty good looking for the prototype. So I'm just saying, what we've seen so far, it looks pretty promising. I know you don't like InArt, and you've never said anything good about him. But
here we go. Don't listen to this guy, everybody. Don't listen to this guy. InArt is going to send me figures for free. I love InArt. Let's see.
Next video. Next video is we advertising for InArt. Just received InArt
paid promotion by InArt.
Brought to you by InArt. Let's see. Harold says, I really wanted to pick up the Darth Maul, Ventress, and Ahsoka from Rebels Premium Format statue. I really don't have.
How big about that stuff here?
Yeah, how big are they? I don't know.
He meant the Mythos.
Yeah.
One. Those
probably
are
quarter scale. Right?
Honestly, I don't know anything about those statues. That's why I'm selling my whole collection and getting into them. Tremulous is the Day Fab says collection. I will walk to where. Imagine. Oh man. Peter said, as fast as we want to Magic Mike. No, that's Graeme. What's up, Brandon? Thank you for being here. Brandon in the house. Nathan, don't know if you guys ever followed or watched Josh Pence. He is collecting his Josh Pence. Why does that sound familiar?
I believe this is the
is that the video
guy that D'Lo shared with you?
Oh, gotcha. Okay, yeah.
He does a lot of like toy hunts and stuff.
Yeah.
He's really cool. So I'm in a couple of his YouTube videos. Oh, well done. Yeah, from like 20. Like
I've noticed. 20 what?
Like 2020, 2021. I met up with him and some other collectors in Atlanta, Georgia. Him, Big Dub, Seth, and we went to the con together, and then we all just went back to the Airbnb and just kind of hung out for the night and
I noticed you get around. you little slut. Tyria says, hey, Fabs, Olsen, Graham. Hey, chat. What's going on, Tyria? Thank you for being here,
What's
my friend.
up?
Yeah, no, I noticed. Every time you go, you leave the state, you end up in somebody's house. Unbelievable.
You know, I'll tell you guys this. I travel a lot, right? And for one, I love the hobby itself. And it's so neat to like, talk to people virtually, but it's so much more fun actually meeting some of these people like in person and actually be able to like hang out and talk with. And that whole experience meeting Josh and Brian, Big Dub,
But it's creepy.
And them, that was actually like my first kind of like exposure to actually see people like record YouTube videos. And it was really cool because like they had this big Airbnb, like this big castle thing. And it was so neat seeing like 6 different people like making their YouTube videos kind of like at the same time. It was a lot of fun. So if anybody travels, like I truly suggest like actually meeting some of these people that you talk to online. Like why not? Like if I go up northeast, Fabs, like I'm absolutely coming to see you. Like
absolutely not. Absolutely not. You are not going to
I gotta stake out the house. I gotta leave with some figures or something. Gotta make that trip worth it.
Yeah, you leave here with a shotgun shell in your back. Let's see. Let's say
this is America.
America. Trevor, listen, I don't get when people say they're leaving the hobby, take a break. Life came out your heart. But that's the thing. See, here's the thing. I've noticed that a lot of YouTubers want to feel like they're an authority figure, right? The problem is people really believe that the moment, like by me making a channel, for example, that automatically makes me legit. You know what I mean? That makes me a somebody, which is not true at all. Anybody can make a channel. You know what I mean? So what happens is all you need to do, like for example, if I would have, and I talk about this all the time, if I would have started my channel, when I first started collecting, and I would have accumulated all of these, subscribers just for having the channel, you know what I mean? I would have been looked at as oh my God, this guy must be an expert. He's got 100,000 followers. You know what I mean? 100,000 subscribers. So what happens is when people get to a certain level with whether it's their channels, whether it's, their social media, whatever, whether, it could be TikTok, it could be, Instagram, it could be all that stuff, right? I think what happens is to avoid showing a weakness, which is what saying I'm burnt out, let me take a break would be considered, right? From the longest time, from as far as I remember, regarding collecting, anytime somebody took a break, it was their way of leaving. You know what I mean? Anybody who ever said, oh, I'm going to take a break, they never came back. You know what I mean? So I think that they have to hold on and hang on to the hobby as long as possible, even when they're struggling, even when there's no money to buy, even when there's no collection. Why? Because it looks like weakness. And a lot of people will rather fake it than have to be honest with themselves and with others and say, this, I can't do this. You know what I mean? So that's why I think people just hold on until they literally just can't hold on anymore and say, you know what, I'm done. And they'll blame it on the hobby. They won't blame it on themselves. Don't blame it on, well, this is not the same anymore. For example, the value of Hot Toys right now. If you're in it for value, you're gone because this is not for you right now. You know what I mean? You're not collecting to hopefully sell your figures and make money. You're not. So if people are choosing to leave now, that could be a sign. You know what I mean? They were in the hobby just for the value, which, there's nothing wrong with that. Why not? Why isn't it okay to get involved in something that is going to return my money or make me money when I get out of it. There's
That
absolutely
was always a selling point when I got into the hobby was, hey, well, the good news is if you have to sell, you get your money back. They always hold their value or they go up. So I get it. Like it used to be like that, but it's also like the stocks. Stocks go up and down, and it's a
yes,
long-term play. You can't just like get out as soon as it gets bad because
but you
then
have
eventually when those figures go back up, you could sell. But again, that shouldn't be your sole purpose. That was always like a perk
right.
of being in the hobby was, hey, if you have to get out for any reason, or hey, if you want to use your collection to fund your collection. Like even right now, I love using my collection to fund my collection. Right now, it's not the best idea because you're going to take a hit on almost everything that you're selling, unless it's like a Yondu or a DX13 or something like that. So yeah, I mean, we just can't bank on these things always holding the same value. Everything in life changes with value. It's just not realistic to hold on or to be in the hobby just for that.
Yeah, but the one thing you mentioned, you said it's like the stock market. Like this is nowhere near. Like, and I know what you meant. I know that the stock market goes up and down. I know that's what you
Value
meant.
goes up and down. Yeah.
Yeah. But this is, this is why I don't think people look at it as the stock market because and I'm only speaking about my experiences from when I started. What is happening right now with this hobby has never happened before. This slowly happened within the past 2 to 3 years. You know what I mean? This was just a quick thing that just all of a sudden, boom, the value dropped of these figures, the amount went up. This is why I don't think it's gonna get fixed because Hot Toys is on a roll right now. And when I say on a roll, I mean on a roll making figures, making product. Right. You know what I mean? So no company has ever acquired, warehouses, multiple warehouses or multiple factories, and then all of a sudden said, all right, you know what? Let's slow down now. Impossible. Like nobody's doing that. So that's why I think this is not getting any better anytime soon. Hot Toys has never been a company, about limited numbers. They're not going to become that now, especially now that they have more competition. And I don't mean just from art. I mean there's a lot of
even third party,
third party companies coming out with fire left and right. Obviously, some are crappy, some are great, but it's still competition. So it's very, very tricky to, like, for example, like myself, I got into it because I just love the figures. I never got into it because of, money or because of, if I sell, because I didn't know. Once I started buying them, I never knew that they were going to hold value or increase in value even when they were used, And so once you start learning these things, you're like, oh, and exactly what Graeme said, it was just a plus. Like, oh, cool. Like if I get rid of this, like now I can make my money back and then some. At this moment, though, that's not happening with anybody. That's not happening at all. The only thing that may be making money right now, figure-wise, are probably the very old ones that people are still looking for. But
everything that's sold out on current retail, where you have to go to the secondary market for it.
It's the old stuff though. It's not even like
like
Nebula has been sold out for a while. You can still get her for $230.
Not every figure,
figures like that.
Yes.
Wonder Woman's been waitlisted for a while. You could probably still get one, like a Golden Armor. You could probably still get one for $250. So there's unless it's like I said, like a Yondu, a Terminator, and even those have gone down a little bit. They weren't what they once were price wise, but they're still at least holding their value for the most part. Obi-Wan Kenobi is still up there. Obviously, Darkseid Anakin, those rare figures that have been long gone and are hard to get. I think those are doing just fine. But like you said too, I think Hot Toys has also changed their identity over the last couple of years. Like Fabs, 2019, roughly ballpark. How many pre-orders would you say came out that year? 40-ish?
Yeah, probably.
And now we're at like what? Double that per year?
Probably.
So like they're becoming more mainstream. So they're making more and more figures, more and more variants. So then it's just affecting the whole market. And like you said, it could never change. We just don't know. But I think that's something that collectors have to kind of brace for, and maybe look in the mirror and ask yourself, are you in this for value or just for the love of the hobby? And if it's value, that's fine, but you just might want to.
Okay, so since you two
I
have
don't
been
know.
at this for a little while, have you guys actually experienced like this burnout?
Yes.
So you guys have. Was it specifically like due to the hobby or just circumstances outside of the hobby?
Wait, what burnout? What burnout are you talking about? Like what kind of burnout?
Of collecting or the hobby? And
Like you
was
don't
it
want
the
to do it
hobby?
anymore?
Well, that or like you
Just
just
tired,
needed
like
time away.
fatigue, I
Yeah.
would say.
Yeah, my legs hurt from collecting.
His back hurts from carrying all these figures. No, for me, I already had the channel when I started collecting. So I did feel in the beginning, because I was on YouTube, that I had to buy as many figures as possible because I had to keep putting content out there. And as I was going along, it really burned me out. A, trying to put content out. B, trying to afford all these figures that was probably outside of my budget a little bit. So as I kind of matured in my YouTube and collecting journey, I found out like there's already guys that are so established, Justin's collection, even Jetta, that do these reviews. So I understand like the people that watch me do want to see my opinion, but I just can't. I mean, that's just something I can't keep up with at this moment in time. So how can I just be different? Maybe just like what we're doing now, talk about figures, be more in line with the people watching. And like I said, I don't like to look at myself as an influencer, even though it kind of, if you're on YouTube, it is what it is. I like to just be somebody that's hanging out with you guys, giving advice and whatnot. But yeah, so I mean, there was some fatigue doing that. And then like, I just got this figure, but I got to do a review. So I got to make time to push that out, or I got, all these figures coming in. How am I going to pay for it? So there was a little bit of fatigue, but there's been like, I mean, when I moved, I didn't do anything for 4 months or 4 weeks with the channel. And it was kind of like a break for me. And that was just in August. So that was nice. I think everybody's got to take like,
well, you missed it though.
yeah, I missed it. And I'm glad to get in. Sometimes when I do like my own live stream too, I get excited. And then the day of, I'm like, oh, I'm just so tired. Like, it'd just be easier just to not do it. But then when I get on here with you guys and stuff too, it's just like, yeah, like this is what it's all about. So I think fatigue is normal, but and even if you just take a break for a month or 2 months or, whatever, keep your collection, because I just hate to see somebody sell
Also,
because they think they got to get out.
People experience fatigue in anything and everything.
Sure.
Right.
Even working out, like
I'll say, yeah.
I used to work out, and yeah, that fatigue, and sometimes you just got to push through it or take a break, have a cheat day.
Yeah. So like, for those who know me, like, yeah, I love collecting and whatnot, but like working out, like that's another really big passion of mine. But even with something like that, where it's like, not only is it a passion, but it's also like this daily ritual for me. There's tons of times where like I don't want to do this today. Like, I don't want to squat today, or I don't want to do this. So like fatigue happens in anything and everything. Hell, like I love my job. I'm one of those people who can like truly say that I love what I do for a profession. But I'd lie to say if I don't experience fatigue with that.
Yeah. No, and it's true. You do get, things in life just in general, they get you bored, they get you down, they get you tired. But if you really, like, for example, like I don't picture myself ever, and it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's not that it's not going to happen. Right now, the way I feel about the hobby is I don't feel like I'm ever going to end. You know what I mean? I feel like if it comes to space, I will always find space. You know what I mean? Like it's not about, oh, I'm going to run out of room so I can't. If you're looking for excuses to not collect, you will find excuses to not collect. It's very easy to find excuses to not collect. Why? They're expensive. They come out, a year and a half to 2 years later after you order them. So, it's very simple. It's very easy to get you to just say, you know what, screw this, I'm out. You know what I mean? It really is. But you have to have a real passion for it. You have to really, really enjoy it, because if you don't really enjoy it, it can get really boring really quickly. It's like, oh, another figure, here we go. And then you just go through the motions, and it could get really, really bad. Like, really, really boring.
But it's also okay, like, for the hobby to progress, and like you end up progressing out of it, right? I mean, I went from Funkos to like 6-inch figures to like 6-scale figures, and maybe in 2 years, I've sold all the Funkos, I sold all the 1/12 scale stuff and all the smaller statue stuff. I may get to a point in this hobby where it transitions to something else that's not necessarily Hot Toys, but still something within like the collecting community.
Yeah, but
No,
you're
Austin.
evolving. That's different, though.
No.
You're evolving. You're getting into a like, for example, you sold your 1/12 to get into something bigger, better, more pricey, more expensive. That's an evolution. That's not so much, you got bored of it. You know what I mean? You found something better and you moved on to something better. You know what I mean? It wasn't like you just said, oh, I'm done with this because it's boring, and then you found, So it depends. It varies in every situation, I'm assuming.
I think though, if you're going from...
He's been sitting
Okay,
here.
go ahead.
My friend, what's going on? Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Go ahead.
I think though, when you're at 1/6 scale, it's not the top of the pinnacle, but it can be, because I think the next thing is what? Statues, right?
Quarter scale.
Yeah, quarter scale statues. So or figures, I guess, now too. But space is a lot more limited when it comes to quarter scale, third scale, half scale. So for a lot of collectors, this is kind of the top of the mountain, just because while those things are really nice, it depends on what your needs are, what your wants are. Because if you are in my footprint here, you're gonna get, I don't know, 10 statues, maybe 12 statues, and that's it. So if that's something that you want to do, that's perfectly fine. But the other thing you got to think about too is you're not going to get all the variants of characters. You're not going to get all of the Nebulas, or you can't get all the Avengers together. So just things to think about. Not saying anything's right or wrong, but I think some people do, like Funkos. You collect a ton of them, and then you get to the next thing. Black Series, Marvel Legends, same thing. Like once you get to Hot Toys, but then after that, it's possible that I got him to get off on his own show. Cool. All right, it's me and Austin taking over here on Fab Show. No, but
I like where you're going with this, though.
But do you see what I'm saying? Like, not like some people, they can move up. It can still be a stepping stone. But like for me, as much as I wouldn't mind having a couple statues, I got nowhere to put them. So it's kind of just out. It's not in the play.
What if you sell the Batmobile?
You also touched on like the variants of characters, right? Like people get into Funkos, for the price point. I mean, that's primarily like the introduction, but people really stay and very heavily indulge in it just due to the variants of characters that you could choose, like in IPs that they have at their disposal, right? Like
even Star Wars alone, you can't really get statues for Star Wars.
Yeah, but you can get 1,000 characters under Funko. Right, you can get almost any single character that you love. So like there's that fun portion of it right there that you can't get with statues or Hot Toys or whatnot. I mean, I say I sold all my Funkos, but like funny enough, I still have maybe like 20 of them, but like a lot of them are like horror themed ones that like I probably won't get.
Your favorite ones. Those are your favorite.
Yeah, like my favorite ones, like because in the end, like I love collecting, but like I'm a movie buff. Like that's what got me into this, right? Like I love movies. So like I want to be surrounded by the movies that I love and like the characters that I love. And I can't get that via Hot Toys or statues necessarily. So, I got that via my Funkos.
I also have probably 30 of my Funkos left. I think I only have like maybe 4 out, but the rest are like packed away. But there were some that I think, and I think this is a collecting thing that just still meant a lot to me because they were from when I first started collecting that line of Funko. So it was just something that I couldn't get rid of. What you got there?
This
is Casey Jones.
This is Robin as Red X. This is from Teen Titans. So like this is the first collectible I ever bought. I got it in 2018 or 2019.
And to me, it brings me back to a more, I want to say like innocent stage of collecting. Like you just go to the store. Yeah, you buy a $10 piece. There was no harm. and now it's like you're throwing on all this money and getting these awesome looking figures.
That was back. So that's I never collected like I didn't really have like toys or like action figures as a kid, like a lot of people did. So like I kind of missed out like on that portion of like a childhood that a lot of adult collectors had. So
you had syringes and protein
you had no
powder?
toys?
Yeah. No, it's funny. Like it's funny. Like when I say that, like when we got like, I'm a little bit younger than you guys, than my age, you guys. But like when we got like, I had like a Game Boy, and that was kind of like it. And then like when we got our Xbox, that was pretty much like all we did. Like my brother and I just got consoles more so than like toys or anything else. But anyway, so as an adult, I thought these were pretty stupid. I'm not gonna lie. And then when I saw that, I did, dude. So I would watch movie reviews on YouTube, and I would see people like have like action figures and stuff like that. I didn't understand it, right? And I thought Funkos were the most silly because it was like a bobblehead. Like I just didn't understand it. When I saw that at Walmart in person, I was like, I love this show. Like this is what I grew up on. I was like, you know what? I just moved into my house. Like I want a man cave. So like I bought that. And it was so cool walking to that room and just seeing like this character that I loved from like one of the best cartoons that I thought. And it just made me go down this rabbit hole.
But that's what Funko does well, is they have something for everyone. They have sports, movies, TV shows,
everything,
anything, anything. And they're so cheap that anybody can get into that hobby. So that is the one cool thing that they do have going for them. But yeah, I mean,
and they're different too. You know what I mean? It's not just your regular like just randoms. Whether it's a 6-inch, 7-inch toy, whatever. It's like a big head with a little body. Like it's it's different. It's cool.
And that's why I always call Funko the gateway drug, because they're cheap. Anybody can afford them, but it gets you started on kind of collecting. But then you start to see, as you get further into it, like Black Series or Marvel Legends or Hot Toys, and you're just like, oh man. And then you want to get into that stuff.
They're also easy to display. That's like another big component of like the collection itself. Easy to display. They're all very proportionally designed where they can be stacked right next to each other or on top of each other. That's a big appeal.
I was going to say exactly that. I've seen people like entire walls, literally from the ground up, just stacked up, and it
waiting for it to tip.
Cool. Yeah, it looks so cool though. You don't need cases, you don't need glass cases, you don't need it. You just put them out and just stack them up, and they look beautiful.
Yeah,
let me answer this real quick. Fabs, their new Loki is fire. Yes, guys, I just opened up my new Loki. Endgame Loki. I made a video, comparison video comparing the new Loki to the Avengers Loki. Go check that out, please. Yes, some guy, the figure is really, really cool. I really like the figure. Go ahead. Love you.
Oh no. Oh yeah, about to say, you guys didn't follow me back then, when I first got in the hobby or anything, but maybe I should like send you guys some pictures of like what my room used to look like.
You
just
should.
like littered with like Funkos, and it looks like a thrift store.
Send it to me right now, and I'll post it.
Okay, let me see.
Was the advertiser Muscle Building? Yeah, Muscle.
No, it's funny. It was actually a meal prep company.
Well, what?
Like, I had a meal prep company send me
meal prep.
Yeah, I have a new one coming in. I told you about that, Fabs.
D-Lo is grinder. Conquer Knight, what's going on, my friend? Thank you for being here. Hey guys, Austin, how many details do you have?
11.
11.
And then a custom case.
The only engagement on Instagram, I guess, Fabs, where you hate comments. This guy.
Hey, I like everything you post. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Who? 1-6 Junkie?
Yeah.
Yeah, so do I. He just doesn't appreciate anything. Every time he posts something, I'm the first one hitting the like button, and this is what he says to me. Unbelievable.
Unreal.
Real friends, true friends, 101 right here. Unbelievable. Get out. 11. Let's see. D-Lo, it was a meal prep company. Oh, meal prep. Nah, definitely grinder. Tyria says, Austin's fan engagement on Instagram is off the charts. Yeah, I noticed that. Every time you post something, you get like 100 plus likes right away.
This guy.
Always.
At least, yeah, 200 or so.
No, yeah.
At least.
Like,
I always look at your post and I look at the likes already, and it's already always over 100 something. And I'm like, my God.
This guy, he's probably the one that's buying all this stuff that you're just
Buys
trashing.
the views. Yeah, he buys the views and the subs. I knew it.
Or watch this. He's got like 100 different accounts, and he just the
Yeah.
whole day he's just liking, switching accounts, liking.
And he paid for a 6-pack too. Unbelievable. Let's see.
No, those are implants. Those are
That's a good amount. Oh yeah.
No, I'll tell you this on the Instagram thing. I think all it kind of boils down to is looking at your analytics to see like what days get you the best engagement in the time, and then as long as you keep the variables the same and you can change up the content, and as long as every other variable is the same, such as like the day you post and the time, you can kind of see which posts do better, and that's kind of like your gauge on the engagement of like what
on
your
schedule.
Audience likes more.
You're pretty much hack the algorithm, is what you're saying.
Well, you just kind of gotta, for one, you gotta post content that you enjoy, and I'm so lucky that I found like a good rhythm that I absolutely love, and that I feel like some others like, but also they absolutely hate. I get bashed with some of my content, so it's like a love-hate thing. But in the end, just post what you like, and I love what I post. It's fun.
Yeah, but you never post what I like, so it's kind of weird for you to say that, You
just ask me to send you pictures all the time, Fabs.
Carlos says, "My can't wait figures." Yeah, Cad Bane's gonna be nice. That's
Cad Bane.
I cannot wait for that one. Buzz Lightyear's coming out soon too, right?
Well, there's a third party that's out right now that looks really cool. We're gonna talk about it in a little bit. But yeah, I can't wait for that Hot Toys one.
Me neither. I can't wait. I have that creepy Woody one from that third party company.
I can't wait to put them together.
Yeah, me
how
too.
did you guys first learn about 6-scale figures? I found them on eBay actually. I was at the time I was buying Transformers, like from those movies that were going on. So it was like what was it? The Revenge of the Fallen.
Dark Side of the Moon or something.
Dark Side of the Moon, like all those, was it 3-4 movies or whatever it was. That was what was hot at the time. So I was buying Transformers. I was buying these UFC figures that are all over the basement, and then I was buying stuff on eBay, and then I was like, what is this? I saw an Iron Man. I was like, what the hell is this? That was it. That was it for me.
What the hell's that?
Yeah. Hey, Fabs, not to interject. Cobra's Collection did send you a super chat. If you can find that.
Oh yeah.
Where?
That was a while ago.
Where is it? Oh,
that was a long time ago.
Thanks, my friend. I didn't even see it. I bet. I know what Austin is talking about. This is collected Wendy and Jay from the Bomb Show. I remember just. Oh, cool. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. I didn't even see it. Wait. So who is this? Who is Wendy and Jay? I don't know.
I don't know anybody.
I thought.
What's
just a couple collectors. I thought Austin mentioned them when he met up with people.
No, I don't know Justin and Zach, or I don't know Wendy and Jay.
I'm assuming Justin's collection and then King Zachary.
Yeah, see, I don't know these people. Thank you, Luis. I appreciate it, my friend. I didn't even see it. Let's see. Here we go. What about you guys? How did you? How did you guys find out?
I actually think it was because of Josh Pence and Jeddah Patrol. Like when I got into like the Funko Pops and whatnot, I started like YouTubing them, and I got into like watching like people do like hunts, and that's kind of when I found out people like hunted for like action figures and whatnot. So that kind of got me into like Marvel Legends and whatnot. But then it also kind of ushered me into the 6-scale realm, and which was a very scary. You know, it's funny because when I collected Funkos, I thought it was really silly how people spent $20 per action figure. Like back when I first got started, I thought that was mind blowing. People spent $20 per action figure, and it blew my mind.
Look at you now.
Look at you. Peyton says 2 years until Secret Wars, which can wreck. Oh, can you imagine what's coming out of that?
I can't wait. Boy. I cannot wait.
I'm kind of in the same boat as Austin there. You know, I was in the Funkos first, and I would watch Funko content, and Jetta was somebody that I did watch, and back then he had one foot in the Funko world and then one kind of in Hot Toys, and I think that's where I first saw him. And then I started YouTubing videos on these Hot Toys, and I'm seeing like all the detail. Somebody that I watched was, I don't think he does videos anymore. I can't remember, but he was like a big reviewer too before like Justin. This, I want to say, this Review Spot. Does that sound familiar? So like I would see some of his videos on some of these figures. And I was like, wow, I gotta eventually get my hands on one of these. And then during COVID, I'm just like, you know, I'm not paying daycare bills. I'm not doing it. I want to get just one. I'll just get one. And yeah,
I just
2
got
weeks
one.
later, get another one. Another week later, another one. So yeah,
It's crazy how you went from one and now you have two. Unreal. Let's see. Ron from the Philippines. What's going on, my friend? Thank you for being here. Appreciate you watching. Oh, look at that guy.
This was my first 6-scale figure.
Scared me.
Freddy Krueger from New Nightmare on Elm Street. Wes Craven's New Nightmare.
Wait, is that Sideshow?
His claws look bent.
Oh, maybe a little bit, yeah. Well, I mean, they're flimsy plastic, you know?
Unreal.
I know. Don't buy anything from me, guys.
Graeme is
No,
like,
this was my.
your finger's broken. It's unreal.
This is
I don't
my
want
first
to be the bearer of bad news here, but
and this wasn't even that bad because it's an old Sideshow piece. So, you know, I think I got it for like $100 shipped. And then Jack Sparrow was my first Hot Toy purchase.
Thule says, if Hot Toys goes out of business, someone else will rise to the get too much money. Yeah, well, I mean, yes and no. Because think about it. How long is it going to take for a company to come out of nowhere and build that type of business that Hot Toys built? You know what I mean? It's like saying Premier Toys, just an example. Premier Toys just came out of nowhere. They're on their second or third figure, I believe. You know, Hot Toys doesn't exist, and it's like, oh yeah, companies like Premier Toys are coming out. You know what I mean? Like, it's not the same, but they're still making products, so it'll keep whoever wants to continue collecting.
Well, you know, I think some of the Hot Toys purists may stop, you know, because you do have people who don't necessarily buy third-party figures because of the unlicensed portion of it, but like we'd be lying to say if Hot Toys were just to completely dissolve. I mean, one of these third-party companies or InArt or whatnot, it's going to get majority market share, you know?
Yeah, I think it'll go to licensed companies first. I think licensed companies first will step up, but it'll, depending on the company, they'll have to decide to increase productivity, because a lot of these companies don't make, you know, as many figures as Hot Toys does, you know, so they would have to step up that game. Darth Reese, what's going on? He says that Premier Toys Eagle Warrior, aka Hawkman, is a must buy. See, so we're going to talk about it, and so good thing you brought it up, because here's the thing. So I saw this thing and I was like, oh my God, this thing is going to be incredible. It looks cool, but because of the company that it is, again, Premier Toys, they just did the Lizard and the Dr. What's his name? From Spider-Man. Dr. Connors and the Lizard, right? So they just did those two. Now they're doing this.
Mad Max one, right?
Oh, I don't know. I don't own Mad Max, but I own those other two, the Dr. Connors and the Lizard, and I know they're Premier Toys. This one though, now owning Premier Toys products, I can tell you that this is not going to be good. It looks great. It looks great. Do I want to buy it? Absolutely. I don't think it's going to be a good figure because, number one, again, Premier Toys very cheap. Look at this body.
Those wings, dude. Those wings are going to be tough to do for cheap.
Exactly. It's gonna be a crappy set of wings from a cheap company.
It'll be made out of clamshell.
it's not gonna be articulated like
Plastic.
Yeah, no,
picture makes it seem.
exactly. It's gonna be straight wide like that, just wide open wings.
Hollow.
And not only that, but you're not
say
gonna be able
hollow?
to. You're not gonna be able
Hollow.
to. You're
Real
not gonna be
cheap.
able to fold them or adjust them. You know what I mean? So it's just blah. So again, does it look cool? Absolutely. As soon as I saw it, I was like, oh man, I gotta get it. But then I started looking at it, and I'm 100% gonna pass on this because I can guarantee you it's not gonna be great. What do you guys think of this?
You nailed it. You nailed it completely. The pictures look fun and awesome.
Yep.
And he looks like it'd be a fun standout piece to have in the collection and whatnot.
Yep.
But you nailed it. It's the wings for me. That's gonna be extremely tough to do because you know they're gonna try and go as cheap as possible.
Yep.
Those feathers, I just don't know how great those will turn out either. But you know what? Here's hoping that it actually turns out good. You know, I don't really care for the head sculpt. You know, I don't care what that looks like because you're gonna have the helmet on.
Right.
Anyway.
Exactly. And they don't even show you that, and they don't even show you that it's optional to remove the helmet. You know what I mean? So they don't even show you the actual head sculpt.
I took it as the head sculpt's horrific, or just
basic.
We don't want to show it to you, so we're not going to.
Exactly.
Which is fine. Which is fine. I mean, this is one of those characters. I mean, he just looks so good with the helmet on, anyway. You know?
Exactly. You don't need his head sculpt, but you could tell this figure's not going to be. It's not going to be great. But
do you think this is one of those figures that, even though it could be like the body's gonna be like really bad on it and whatnot, do you still think it'll be like the sideshow, like the Grievous, right? It's not a great figure, but like the shelf presence that it has.
Yeah, but really... no, it's going to be.
But it looks good. It just doesn't articulate well.
Yeah.
Right. Like this figure, you know, it's going to be a cheap body. It's going to be a crappy figure all around. There's some
Photoshop going on here too.
Oh, of course.
So I think everything's it looks. This is the best it's ever going to look.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. And it may look cool if you have a cool background, and you know, but these wings, this is probably going to be some like, you know, push in like wing set, and you remove them and you pop them out. Like I don't know. I don't even. There's nothing about this figure that has me like, oh, you know, like I can't wait for it. No, like not at all. Again, it's cool.
And a lot of it probably has to do with paint application too. It's probably just not going to look as realistic as it could.
Correct. So let's see. Thule says, but no lie though, if I had to go to bitch, I don't really care with third party, so I'll go back. Would you really? Oh my god, that's a huge backwards jump.
I'm so happy I skipped that entire route, the Mezco and the SH Figures route. I'm so happy I skipped both of those.
You guys are killing it tonight. Let's see.
That's what we do.
Hi, what's going on, my friend? Thank you for being here. Brick says, hey, Fabs. Oh, yeah, guys, you want to buy some?
Yeah, don't.
I have hats that look like this, but instead of, obviously, MMS, it says FabsFigures. Literally exactly like these, like the Hot Toys hats. T-shirts.
Very creative.
Yeah, so, and they're not like from a website, you know what I mean? Like they're all custom. Like I personally go to the place and tell them to make them. It's not like a website where you put in your information, and so they're actually custom made, you know, per piece. They're not like I mass, you know, order them. So if you guys are interested, just message me privately. Brick, I'll let me know if you want a t-shirt or a hoodie, and I'm
still waiting on mine.
Yeah, no, I just said I have to order. Leave me alone, Jetty. Nathan says, Austin, need to reach out to Josh. He's going to regret selling his stuff. Ooh. See, I don't know this guy. I don't know.
That's why people just need to like take a break for a while and just think it over before you just like, like I said, everybody's got different circumstances. So maybe there's some financial stuff going on, but like if there isn't, I think everybody just needs to like take a step back, see if it's something you really want to do. So, and then sell from there.
I responded to that in the comment, but like, you know, Josh is an adult, man. Like, and I he's happy, you know, with it. He's very much okay with, you know, getting rid of the collection and whatnot. So, you know, I support, you know, whatever he's doing.
Carlita says,
I just know a lot of people get back into it.
For some time, I used to be able to buy all the figures I liked. The amount of releases I've gone, potentially I've never sold. I have to revalue. Yeah, exactly. No, it happens. It's very common. Like, you know, ever since I started, I've been buying everything. Literally everything Hot Toys that comes out, you know, 1/6 scale, 1/4 scale. I've been getting, quarter scale. I just started, but because I missed, that Darth Vader. I missed that, those early quarter scale pieces. But I have all the newer stuff, and I don't picture myself selling anything. I don't want to sell anything. I sell sealed. I never sell my own personal stuff. I don't like the feeling of having to think about selling my own personal stuff. I feel like what I have is to me is very meaningful. So I like to keep everything that I have. Not everybody has what I have. I like knowing that I have very, very, rare pieces that not many people have by any means. So to sell,
well, your collection as a whole is rare too.
right?
Like having everything together that you have.
Right.
Can I say something that's like a little weird too? Like,
well, let's get weird, yeah.
Okay, so like, it kind of goes back into like, I guess like the whole like scalper thing and whatnot, right? I'm okay with that, and that's a whole nother topic. But like, I like seeing people's collections who has like a rare piece. I think that's what makes it fun and unique. Because like Fabs, like you, for one, your collection's a one-off, right? So yours is hard to use as an example. But like Graeme, you have some pieces that I would consider rare that like are very much above a retail price point that a lot of people would have a hard time pulling the trigger on. But I think that's like what makes your collection so neat, but also like the display. So I like seeing those rare standout pieces in people's displays, even though, people could argue that it shouldn't be like that because, the prices should stay at retail because anything above that's like scalping. But I don't know.
Guys, look, William's looking to get sued. Oh man. Oh, William Cody. Let's see. Video. Poor Seth just got out of making videos. Like, who's Seth? I don't know these people.
Seth, he's not a YouTuber, man. He has quite a bit of followers too, man. But like,
but you know what the problem is? So
he goes by What's Poppin'.
No, I have no idea. No,
that's Loco Lou.
When What's Poppin'?
I don't know who that is.
What?
You know what the thing?
You guys are funny.
You know what the problem is? The problem is that when I started, collecting, I never watched anybody. I was never a YouTube person. So I never knew anybody. You know what I mean? I never watched anybody. I never felt like I needed to, because I didn't need anybody to tell me, oh, you need to buy this. This is cool. You know what I mean? I just bought it. I just bought what I liked. So I never felt like, and and it wasn't like, I purposely didn't watch people. It's just, I didn't even know it was a thing. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't know that I could go on YouTube and watch the people. So I never did. You know what I mean? And I'm glad I didn't, because I feel like when you watch people, like they like, for example, now that I'm doing like like that, I'm making videos on my figures. If I was a person who was watching, YouTubers constantly, it's only natural to start copying what they say and saying the things that they say and sounding like them. That's why I'm glad I never listened to them. No, unbelievable. Because like that's what happens. You actually you end up copying them. And then when you do your own thing, it's like, oh, why do you sound so? It's just nothing but a nightmare. So that's why we tell Flavio all the time. Me and Dilo tell him, you have to develop your own thing. You watch others, not to learn the way they do it, but to hear the things they point out, so you could do the same, but in your own style. You know what I mean? Because what gets people coming back to your channel is you, not the channel, because they could go for looking for whatever. If let's say, for example, they're looking for a piece and they want to see the new Loki, and there's going to be 30 people with a Loki on, but they'll go back to you because they like what you do. You know what I mean? They like how you talk about the figures. They like the things you point out. They like the way you make your videos. They like the way your videos look. So people gravitate to what they like the most. So I'm glad that I never let anybody influence, and I'm not that person anyway. But to let somebody like get into your brain to like No, I don't. I'm not that. I'm not that person. Braden, my friend, what's going on? Thank you for being here. I haven't seen Braden in a while. He's been MIA. Tremble Dust. Anyone know where I could get a skill that strikes you blue? Doesn't have to be metal. Captain America's shield.
I try
Are
eBay.
you talking about? Yeah. Are you talking about the new one? Wait. No, that's the. No, you talk about the double pack, the one that came with the blue suit, and then it was single pack, and then the double with Steve Rogers. I think he's talking about. Yeah, eBay has those. All those old timers out there will know who King Zach. Oh yes, yeah, I don't know any of those people. Dude is a trip. Cobra, yes, Carlos, you are vet, as we say. You are vet. He's a Corvette.
Fabs, you're never gonna catch up.
I know. I'm like so behind. I'm gonna do it quick.
You can skip that.
Oh, that's
Skip
you.
that
All
shit.
Right. Hey, Braden.
That's just him.
Flavio in the house.
Flavio!
Look at that.
He's probably already left already. This was like an
Finally.
hour ago.
Yeah, they let him. Yeah, exactly. They let him out of his prison cell.
10 minutes.
When Austin stops collecting, he'll start making tour.
That's OnlyFans content, man. That's OnlyFans content.
Going for that.
That's so funny.
You gotta pay that monthly subscription.
Let's see. If ever you're going to sell Hot Toys for painted rocks, unreal. Yeah, we're getting painted mud, unreal. Let's see. Yo, Flavio. 40 in the chat. Let's show some support. Yeah, guys, hit that like. Pew. Pew, pew, pew. Yeah, I think this is the most I had. See, it worked. I had like 42 people at one point. See what happened?
Because people are like, I think he's lying, but I gotta check it out just to make sure.
Yeah, we gotta make sure about the clickbait.
And now they'll never come back again since it was clickbait.
So back to 20. I'm not here for. Yeah, like that's the thing, like, and I feel like it's old school collectors too. When we got into it because it was fun. We got into it for the figures. We got into it for the hobby. We got into it not for the for the likes or for the what's the word? I'm looking for a specific word. For the cloud.
The attention.
Not for the cloud. Not for the cloud. It was just for the fun. It was just, and that's how it happened. It's little, but now it's like you're buying things to impress people. That's why you can't really keep up that whole facade of like, and then that's where you're constantly seeing people selling stuff. It's just not.
I think that's easy to do in the beginning because I kind of did that too. Like I had my miscellaneous figures, and then I thought I should probably sell them because I don't know if they fit really well with Star Wars, Marvel, and DC, and that's the things that are popular and what people like. So I sold it all, and then I just realized, I got to do me, and I'm the one that looks at this collection. And it should be for me, and I'm really just sharing it with you guys. So then I kind of just, went back to the drawing board, sold some things, got those things back, and now I'm a lot happier for it.
I think, especially if people are buying the things just for like the content sake itself. I mean, that's when you need to kind of just reevaluate what kind of content you need to put out there, because you don't necessarily just have to put out there, hey, just bought this new figure. I mean, like, make the content creating fun and unique, right? I think that's the biggest thing. Granted, I think we've all bought something once before that either for hype or that we got influenced. I've done it a couple times, but
sure
that happens.
Carlito says there are some figures that I feel will never recover value. Season 1 Best Commando and Kip. Yeah, well, some figures are never coming back.
Dude, that pre-Beskar Mando, that OG one, I've seen him sell for like $140, $150.
I thought about picking him up again because I found him for like $200.
And he's such a good figure, man. It's so good.
And I would think the Beskar would be more in the dumps than that one, because that OG one is still at least unique, whereas we're getting all these variants now of Beskar, so that's kind of odd.
It is crazy how cheap this endgame cap has gone for too.
I
because
remember
that's the
how
best
hyped it was when
looking-
it came out.
That's the best looking Captain America that I've seen, at least.
Eddie
Just looks
says,
so good.
I honestly think a lot of these YouTubers started collecting during the pandemic and were never really in the game to begin with. Stimulus check, like, no, I don't know about YouTubers. I know a lot of collectors did that, but YouTubers, I doubt it. I mean, if you know any, I don't know. I don't know any, but
Yeah, I mean, I started my channel before that, but I was into more of like Funko and NECA, and then towards the pandemic, that's when I got into Hot Toys.
Hot Toys not the best thing for value in the sector. Yeah, no, not right now. It used to be. It used to be great. Let me tell you something. I would buy figures, like a figure would come out, I would buy 2 or 3, and I would sell them. I would sell them for double and triple the amount I paid. So if I paid 150, 160, 150, 160 for a figure, I would sell them 400, 500 bucks, 600 bucks. I sold a what the hell is that called? What's that trooper?
Sure.
The short trooper. The short trooper. I sold the short trooper, the Rogue One short trooper. I had bought 2 of them.
I see.
I sold one for $1,200 years ago. And it was, when it came out, it was like whatever it was, 180 or 100 and whatever it was. Crazy. So this hobby, you made a lot of money. At one point, you made a lot of money because I made a lot of money. But it got killed. So
I'll tell you all this: if you guys are looking to make money off of something, definitely not toys. There's a lot of stocks you can put your money into that will yield a much safer, easier return. Hell, you can go to your local bank and just put some money in a CD, which is a guaranteed return, which is zero risk. Just saying.
But that's not fun, Austin.
That is not fun. Fiscally responsible, especially look at real estate too. If you're spending several $100s a month anyway on Hot Toys, expecting a yield of return, I mean, you can purchase a property.
Tyler says, it seems like Hot Toys values grow like wine. Certain figures will become rarer over time depending on the character. It's going to take that's exactly what's going to happen. Yeah. You're going to start seeing figures that right now are going for dirt cheap, like get more expensive over time, which I don't mind at all. I just need these pieces to increase in value for the next 30 years until I retire, and then and then sell them. Some guy says collecting is a double-edged sword. Sure, it can bring you joy and happiness, but it could also bring you stress, problems with family, etc. You just don't need. Well, no.
Amen.
I mean,
I'll just say this: that's hard for me to like. I don't know that's a hard thing for me to fathom. I just can't see this bringing me stress, man. This has been.
I think well, he says you need to be responsible. So this is more for the collectors that aren't being responsible, that are buying without being in their means. Maybe they're supposed to be taking care of something else with family, and they're, like I said, they're just buying unresponsibly, and then it's causing this rift with a loved one, or maybe they're in debt.
But the thing
so I mean, it can happen.
No, but the thing is this: if you're involved in a hobby, right? It's called a hobby for a reason. It's not something that you're forced to do, right? You choose to do it, and you're doing that for fun, right? To have a good time, for you to distract yourself, for you to whatever. If that thing that you're doing, that you're choosing to do for fun, is causing you problems, there's something not right there. You know what I mean? Something fun should not be bringing you problems. So it doesn't.
Well, it's anything done right. It's just like if I spend too much time on my phone, I'm probably neglecting my loved ones, or, not working out or doing stuff. You got to do that activity the right way. So like anything can be abused and then turned into, a negative instead of a positive. So
yeah, I mean,
if you're not collecting the right way,
how reckless are you going to be? You know what I mean? Like that's
a lot of new collectors. Well, they don't budget. They just kind of
that's a hard one, because I kind of understand that, but like there's personal responsibility. But Graeme, kind of like I guess what you said earlier too. I don't create YouTube content. I literally just post super easy pictures that take 2 seconds of no thought, no talent behind it whatsoever. Now, what you guys do, like what you do, Grant, what you do, Grant, you have to create this, like, just like your latest video. I mean, that's a 20-minute collection tour. I mean, I guarantee you that took a lot longer than 20 minutes of
Right.
prep work.
Actually,
the narrative or the storyline that you're trying to, tell, or what are the emotions you're wanting your audience to like capture from this. Like, so much goes into that like, I wouldn't personally know. So I'm sure that's a whole new layer of stress that I wouldn't know as a collector.
I have to correct you and stop you there. Number one, his collection tour was 20 minutes. Okay, you said it took him longer than that. It actually took him, no, it didn't. It took him 5 minutes and he slowed it down. Unreal. Let's see.
0.25 speed.
Let's see. Braden says, Fabi, do you think a lot of people experience burnout because they're influenced by content creators, by everything? By everything. For me personally, I collect certain IPs. So here's the thing. It's very easy to let anybody, not necessarily influencers, not necessarily YouTubers, anybody, affect the way you think. It's very easy if you're not sure about something. You know what I mean? If you see something, you're like, wow, that's cool. I like it. Maybe you're not, crazy about it, but it looks good. You like it. So now you hear these guys, you're YouTube, whatever. Oh, this figure's great. It comes with this and that. And you're like, oh man, like now I really want to, and this is where the reviews, come in and may or may not cause problems. So now you see the figure. Oh my God, this is insane. This is crazy. I really like this figure. Boom. There you go. You can't blame anybody for the things that you do, period. If somebody says to you, oh, this figure's great, this figure is, amazing, you should get it because it's this and this and that, and it's die-cast, and it comes with blood and 2 hex sculpts. Nobody's forcing you to do anything. Nobody.
Right. That's in general. Like, you should get this figure, but you have to be the one to decide if I should get this figure.
Correct. So it's very easy, especially in this hobby, because everybody likes to brag. Everybody wants to brag, and everybody wants to be able to brag. That's why you have hundreds of groups, collecting groups, buy, sell trade groups, because everybody wants to be able to show off their stuff, right? But it's nobody's responsibility to look out for you or your money except for you. So therefore, to blame people, to blame anybody, oh, people are getting burnt out because they're buying everything because they're being told to. That's not a YouTuber's fault. That's not an influencer's fault.
We can't say every time we do a video like, this is a really great figure. If you can afford it and you're in a good place to buy it, yes, then you should. Like, in general, we're just like, yeah, this is a great figure to have. You should get it. But yeah, like I said, ultimately, that's got to be on you to make that decision, yes or no.
Right. And we say that because we saw the figure, we wanted the figure, and we bought the figure. So obviously,
it's a good figure.
Right. And we have the figure in hand. We're looking at it. We're telling you about it. And we bought it because we liked it from the get-go. But a lot of people hold off to watch the reviews and then decide. And then that's when you get in trouble. I feel like a lot of people would have an easier time if there was a location, a place where they could go, look at the figures in person, even if it's behind glass, but they're right there. I think it'll save a location like that. It would save a lot of people money.
Fabs, you want to skip to your next super chat? Most of the stuff in between now and then is kind of just fluff. No offense to anybody, but just to kind of make up a little bit of ground.
Fluffs. My friend William says, read this backwards.
Not nice. Austin is a valued member of this panel, and I will not stand up for this.
Thank you, Graeme.
He's still trying to figure it out.
I don't get it.
Austin, your hair is dumb.
Oh, I'm reading the D as a B. I'm like, what the hell's a bum? Anyway.
William's just mad I bench twice as much as he does for reps.
Ooh, shots fired.
Thank you, William. Thank you, William. Thank you, William. He was my first super chat. He was my second super chat. He was my last super chat. Let's see. Let's see. That Freddie is nice. Let me go all the way to the end and see who. Oh my God, I'm so behind.
Yeah,
maybe
I'm skimming for you here. Brick Artemis has a question. Do you guys ever imagine?
I'll find it. Don't tell me what to do.
Okay, there it is.
All right. Do you guys ever imagine your figures coming to life like small soldiers? Oh, that movie, The Indian in the Cupboard.
That was a great movie.
And speaking of toy soldiers, can we get some 1/6? I don't ever think about that, but that movie. As soon as you said that movie, remember?
Indian in the Cupboard.
Indian in the Cupboard. Yeah, that was
a great movie, man.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I watched that as a kid, and I was like, "Oh, if only that could happen." Austin's probably too young for it.
No, I remember it, but I remember Small Soldiers much more vividly.
See, I didn't see Small Soldiers until recently.
Oh, it's so good. I don't know how well it actually holds up.
I think this is another reason, Peyton, why I'm not really like all into this Hawkman, because I have a feeling Hot Toys is going to make that Hawkman. So that's another reason why I'm not like, all in on this. He's talking to himself. Unreal. Look at this guy. He's on the phone. He's on the phone.
Insane One is asking if so Fabs, are you saying we shouldn't watch you then? When you're saying this was so long ago, but it was like
where?
When you watch viewers, you're gonna just copy what they're saying or thinking. I think.
Oh no.
Are you saying we shouldn't watch you?
No, that's just me. I'm talking about me. Like if for example now, and the reason why I said that was, for example, now that I'm doing my own videos, if I had started watching people back when I started, like watching YouTubers, that's what I meant by that comment, I probably would have started doing videos the same way they did. You know what I mean? So I would have been watching people. Yeah, exactly. Like you develop your own, for example, for me to get good at them, I would have to watch a ton of them, pick out what I like from them, and make it my own. So what I'm trying to say is, if I was watching all these people, over the years, watching these YouTubers, reviewers, all that stuff, what I'm saying is it would have affected me watching them if I were making my videos right now, because I would use what I've seen and I would copy them, and that's what I'm saying. I don't want to copy them. So
I'll tell you this,
because I didn't want to copy them. That's what I meant.
Watching some of the YouTubers that I did, I mean, that's what created a lot of growth for me, though.
Right.
In this hobby, so I owe a whole lot to that. And like,
wait, say it again.
I owe a lot of growth to it, like the hobby itself.
To what?
Like watching some of these YouTubers.
How?
Well, I first got introduced with Funkos, and then it's like watching these YouTubers. Like that's when I figured out what a Marvel Legend was, and that's when I figured out what like toy hunting was and where to go.
Oh, but it's a different situation with you though.
Yeah, not in terms of content, for sure. Not in terms of content. Also, sorry about that. I had William, my biggest fan, called me, so I had to mute myself.
What a stalker! Unreal.
Listen to him say how much he loves me.
He's attacking you in the chat. He's attacking you on the phone. Unbelievable.
One more step to being blocked.
Can you imagine if you went over there and slept over? Unbelievable. Let's see. So no, I get it. But the thing is, like, I found Hot Toys on my own. You know what I mean? Like that's the difference.
You said on eBay?
On eBay, yeah.
Well, YouTube wasn't even a thing when he got into the hobby, so.
Well, like 99?
Like, it wasn't as popular as it is now. What?
2004. Something like that.
No, 2000.
Yeah, I was like in kindergarten.
2008. 2008. No, but it's true. You know, I'm just happy that I never, you know, was never so into watching somebody where it got to the point where I had to copy them. That's what I was trying to say, because I hate copying people. I like being myself. I like, you know, coming up with my own stuff.
What if you get inspired of like the way they create the content?
That's the problem. That inspiration is what makes you like that YouTuber. Therefore, it's gonna make you want to be like them because you really like what they're doing. So it makes you just want to do it like that, but your own way, and it's only gonna come off like you're copying them. So it's very, very tricky. You know what I mean?
I mean, but some of these content creators didn't invent a pan or a zoom or
correct.
So I mean, sometimes it is nice to just see different ways to do things, and then you can kind of take it and make it your own from there.
Yeah. Hey, you also got a new super chat.
Yeah. And David wants to know if Fabs recommends the IG-11.
Hector, what's going on, my friend? I didn't even see you in here. I didn't know you were in here the whole time.
Companion piece. It's a fun companion piece that you can get for below retail. It
was just on sale on Sideshow a few days ago, right? For like 20% or something like that.
They've had some pretty good sales.
They got me on the Transport Trooper. I did pick that one up. 25% off, $5 shipping.
They had that.
I was kicking around that one for a while, so I did get that.
They had the Commander one too.
Yeah.
$178 plus $5 in shipping on that one.
Insane one. This is for you.
I don't think so.
That's for you, Insane one. How dare you ask such a question? Unreal. Let's see.
He's also such a Insane one, Brian. He's such a awesome supporter in this community. Very, very much enjoy my interaction.
He used to be my friend, but then he stole from me, so I was like, get out of here. Let's see. Just saying I would have phrased it. No, I know what you meant.
Joker J has a nice comment here, Fabs. If you keep scrolling.
I'm going. This is what happens earlier. Oh, this is you.
Man, you are so far behind.
Yeah, I'm just trying to catch him up to the highlighted stuff here.
Try eBay. Oh, he didn't stream it. Well, let me see. I have 1, 2. I have 3 shields. If you want to buy one for $5,000, let's see.
Giddy up,
Robert, my friend. What's going on?
Dímelo,
Fabs. ¿Cómo está? Feliz sábado. Bienvenido.
Flavio's still there.
Oh, Flavio.
That was an hour ago, guys. That
I know, literally. Seriously.
I've been waiting in anticipation for his next video.
Who?
He keeps me waiting. Flavio.
What's going on, Roberto? Austin. Let's see.
Just go down to Joker J.
Pass. Yeah, David's passing this this flying guy. Wait, Joker J. Oh, he's back, Joker J? He was here the day of the giveaway. Joker J in the house. What's going on, my friend? I never show my friend my
we're catching up.
To brag. It was always about sharing the joy. And now I don't think you show, like, showing your friends, showing your personal friends, like in person, like your collection is one thing, but like when you're posting on like Facebook groups and stuff, like you feel like you want to show off your piece, and that's what it is. People brag in the groups, not like throw it in your face, but you post your stuff because you want to show it off. You want people to see that you got it. You want people to see your collection. You want people to see that you do collect and you buy stuff. So it doesn't literally mean you're throwing it in people's faces or bragging, but you're posting it to show it off. So
in terms of showing friends, I mean, yeah, my friends follow me on Facebook. Like, I show like my mom and stuff when I get something new, and like even my clients, like professionally, some of the clients where I manage like their portfolios, I show them some of the new figures I get and whatnot. It's just like you said, it's not bragging because to them these are just toys. They don't necessarily know the value or the meaning behind everything. But I like showing off like the hobby itself to friends.
Going back to Insane One's comment where he says he wish he had friends. I also wish I had friends too, Insane One. All I have is friends.
Yeah.
Stupid. That's an inside joke, I guess.
Like friends. And he says, I don't see Hot Toys making anything blackout. See, that's what you would think, because obviously we know what's going on now with
it would be odd.
No, it wouldn't be odd. It would be amazing. And I think that they're gonna make my thing is this. This is my thing. You got Cyclone, you got Dr. Fate, you got Hawkman, and you got Black Adam. And you got Atom Smasher, right? So Atom Smasher is another Ant-Man. So that's an easy suit. Hawkman is another golden armor Wonder Woman, which, obviously it's going to get changed around, but very, very easy for them to do. Cyclone, another Gamora. What's the other one? Dr. Fate is another. Who can we? Dr. Fate could give him a nice Boba Fett helmet. Call it a day. Nice. Maybe that's what I'm saying. No, they're definitely gonna do more. Those pieces are gonna be amazing. They're gonna do very well. Especially now, I have to agree. No, they're gonna. You're saying they're gonna do something. You heard it here first, guys. They're gonna. They're gonna.
Hey, also, don't forget, you have a super chat.
He's getting there.
Brick in the house. Hey, at least Austin doesn't have to wear a hat.
Full head of hair, baby.
I'm not
Babs does too. Babs, yeah, look at that head of hair.
Are you crazy?
Woo! Let's go full on that.
Wait.
This is Justin Bieber hair right here.
Babs, I want you to know, I wasn't necessarily talking.
Almost 40 years of age with kids
whatsoever,
and a hectic job.
How do you get it so shiny in the front? Unreal.
I buff it.
I Carnauba wax it. What?
I was just talking about me myself had a full head of hair. I also want you to know, I've even me and you've had a random video chat too in the past. I've only seen you with a hat on. That's my first time seeing you without a hat.
To be fair,
yes, you.
Oh,
to be fair, Austin and Fabs are only 25 years old, and I'm almost 40. So, take that for what it's worth out there.
Wait, what did you just say?
I said, to be fair, Fabs and Austin are only like 25 years old, and I'm like almost 40. So take it for what it's worth. This is what age does to you.
I don't think so.
Graeme, I think you're gorgeous.
Am I taking over the show now? Is this my show? You go to the chat here. See what we got.
Wrong.
All of your super chats can now come to me.
Yeah, please, YouTube, send them to his bank account. Unreal. Always stealing my money. Let's see. Wait, what question did you say? Who was asking me about an IG 11? Frank, my friend, thank you very much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Keep them coming. Don't be cheap. Imagine. Hey, where's the IG 11 comment? Graeme, you said.
Oh, it's way up there. So forget about it.
Coming. Namor's 100% coming. IG 11 is a good figure. Whoever was asking me, since Graeme is being weird now.
No, I was just trying to catch you up. I did a good job, but now you're falling behind again.
I say just get brought to the very beginning or the top of it, and then we'll maintain it.
US only. Hold on, I'm gonna call it. That
was for the shield.
Oh, for the shield.
Yeah. See,
here it is. Yep, good one. Good figure. William Austin took some Hot Toys to a presentation at work. Did you?
I did actually. I presented to a bunch of my VPs at work. 12 of them.
Wait, 12 Hot Toys?
No, wait, no. I had to do a presentation for 12 of my VPs.
12 of your VPs?
And you brought your Hot Toys?
Yeah.
What the hell?
I got one.
Let's see. All right, no, I'm caught up, guys.
Hey, bye, Texas Finest.
Oh, I found the last one here. Unreal. I was talking smack. It's funny because true.
Well, look at the next one. It means it's a good thing, Fabs. Oh, you just skips right over it.
See, look at that. Yeah, because you wrote this and then he stabbed you in the neck. Unreal.
That's right. No, he's saying we're killing it.
It's a good thing. Means you guys are killing it. Exactly. See? That's what I'm saying. See, guys? Stay tuned. Every time I post my show, Tuesdays and Saturdays, you're going to get more clickbaits because they work.
I mean, I think maybe my hyperlink in my story helped us a lot.
Well, no, they all came because of you.
Content. 1-6 Fig, he has good content.
Yeah, because when Austin's out here, what do I get? 20, 25? He's here today. We got 50. No, they will. 1-6 Fig. They will. They definitely will. Just say. You'll see. You heard it here first.
You heard it here first.
He has really good content on Instagram. Also, Graeme, did Fabs tell you that I'm a Fabs sponsored athlete now? So I get one figure a month, and I have to show up on these live streams and promote him on my stories a couple times a week. I get a figure a month.
I give him Nova Dex now. And he's
I never got cut a deal.
You know what's funny?
You got to be there.
Those who actually get that, they know.
Bieber hair. That's a first. Yeah, I'm telling you. Look at this. How do you do it? How do you do it, Austin?
You know what? I'm never leaving my hair down again. Going to one of these streams.
Oh man!
No, I need a haircut and I need a shave.
Once my hairline decided it wanted to meet my back, I went bald. Meet my back. What the hell? He rubs Buffalo Trace. Buffalo Trace. On
it's
it.
The bourbon.
Oh, I was talking about your. That's what it's called? Buffalo Trace?
Yeah.
How does he know
and
that?
Flavio, you just worry about getting that video out before we're all dead.
Unboxing some figures.
Yeah. Show us you have a collection.
Hey, Graeme, how many bottles of whiskey or bourbon do you have? Do you actually have like a collection?
Oh, I had more, but now it's probably like 20 to 30 bottles.
Do you actually have them all like in a specific like little like fridge, or do you just have them all kind of together?
I have a bar that I half made, and then so I have a shelf with my stuff, and then in the bar you can store the bottles as well.
Texas Finest. Have a good night, my friend. Thank you for being here.
Peace out. He probably left. Peace.
No, he probably left already. Not sure you guys fans, but went 6 Fast and Furious. I made two. I made two customs. I made Brian and Toretto. But
I'm not gonna lie. If they came out with a Brian in that green was it an Eclipse from the first movie? Was that a green Eclipse?
No, it was yes.
No, Eclipse was the next movie.
The first one. It was the Eclipse, and then he went to the what do you call it? The
Supra. Wait.
The Supra, yes.
Yeah, was that what it was? If they made that and then Toretto with the Challenger. Yeah, Challenger.
Yeah.
I would absolutely buy the figures and the vehicles. Absolutely. I would be very much in.
The Bold and the Brave. That's a new movie. The new Batman movie coming out. The Bold and the Brave. Batman and Robin.
Bold and the Brave.
You
always working, and that's the excuse we always get, isn't it? Either eating dinner or working on his videos.
You know exactly what he's doing, and it's not either one of those two things.
Hey, also, so Chris in the chat, he went from the Eclipse to the Evo. Well, I mean, granted.
Evo.
Yeah, Eclipse to the Evo. That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, no, from Eclipse.
We have the 10th movie coming out this year, guys.
Which one?
Fast and Furious 10 comes out this year.
Oh, that's right. Yep. Fast and Furious X. Luis saying hello to the daddy.
Hello, Luis.
Say hello to your fan. Don't be weird.
Thank you for stopping in.
Luis, he's being shot. He's being shot.
Looks like I'm bringing the fire tonight, aren't I?
Yeah. Everybody's bringing the panel.
Everybody but Fabs is bringing the people in.
Question for the panel: What's the most you got pissed over a figure and why? What do you mean? In what sense?
Oh, I got this. So I'm a very like nonchalant, like go with the flow person. So I've never been like really like upset about not getting a figure or missing a figure, or a figure I got wasn't up to my expectations. I could care less. The in-game Iron Man, that one is actually extremely frustrating, having to like take off like the little panels and put the batteries in. That one was like a horrific experience that it took me
Which
too
one?
long.
Which figure?
The in-game, I'm bad with the marks. It's the in-game Iron Man one.
The 85.
Putting in all the batteries, I absolutely hated it. It was an awful process. I don't want to go through again.
I worded that bad. Wait, so which one? The Mark 85?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they come with a lot of batteries, all those figures.
I've never installed any of those batteries.
I will never do it again. So I wanted to get a picture, Graham, and that's why I did it. And I will never do it again. Like it took me, I had to split up into two.
And then they last 5 minutes.
Because I got so annoyed the first night. The batteries kept popping out. And
wait, 3-0 made a Hulkbuster? I didn't know that. No idea. Gal Gadot, I heard, is turning fast. Ooh, that would be... Well, they're all coming back, it looks like. The most pissed was... oh, my God.
That's behind the market.
That figure got so much hate. Unbelievable.
Oh, that was a... Yeah, that was...
Mine's still flimsy. I got very lucky with this pose. And this pose, I kind of just accidentally put him in there. He just kind of fell together like that. And I'm leaving him. I'm never touching him again.
Yeah, see, your pose looks good. Mine is just like a very basic, just stand up, hold the
I wish I could say I did mine on purpose, but it just kind of accidentally fell together like that.
I don't think I haven't really gotten angry over figures, but I guess the one that would stick out is that I did spend top dollar on the Nightmare Batman, and then they reissued him like, I don't know, within a year later. And then his value just tanked. Nightmare Batman.
Oh, Nightmare, yeah.
So I spent top dollar on that one before I kind of learned my lesson. And
that's one of those things, you know, I bought the 2-pack for retail, and you can pick it up for quite a bit below. It is such a solid 2-pack, man. They're beauties of a figure.
Well, and it's such a great figure that I wasn't really that upset, but I was just kind of like, oh, that really sucks. But I mean, I wanted that thing anyway, so it is what it is. But
yeah, that's kind of part of it too. You know, like even though I paid full retail, that and like the FET 2-pack, you know, you can pick that up for quite a bit below retail. I'm not upset that I spent the money though. I still enjoy the purchases themselves.
Right.
I am excited for this.
Hold on. Fabs, I'd like to see customs. You should post them on Instagram. Yeah, I do. You gotta like on my Instagram. You gotta scroll down. Like I have, believe me, I post everything. And customs. I have posted in the past. I haven't done all of them, but you just scroll to the bottom. You'll find a bunch.
Speaking of what Tremble Dust said here too, something that irks him: single jointed figures. That does kind of trigger my mind too. When Bo-Katan came out, I actually was pretty furious at that figure. Not necessarily for the single jointed arms, but the real delicate, cheap, flimsy wrist pegs that broke every single time that I tried to just interchange the hands. I have never had a figure like that before or since.
You want to
where they just
what's her name? Bo-Katan?
Bo-Katan, where the wrist pegs just split.
Yeah.
And I even ruined one. It's like to the point where I'm afraid to even change out the hands. And I know it's not just me, A, because it's never happened to me before, but B, I know it happened to Flavio. I think D'Lo said something. Maybe you said something about it, Fabs, but I've also seen people in groups too. Yeah, in groups too that were complaining about it too. So it's very odd. And that did irk me.
See,
what about the jetpack? I actually, sorry, just going back to Tremble Dust here. I actually don't mind that jetpack being Velcroed onto the back because when I'm like posing Mando or handling him, sometimes I find that the jetpack gets bumped and then it falls off really easily. I know some people are upset about it, but we really don't see her without the jetpack anyway. So I'm perfectly fine with it being Velcro. You can still get it off. It's just, it's securely on there. So I'm good with it.
See, this is what I've been hearing. This, I don't think I've ever gotten angry about a figure at all. But this here, I did hear that it's a pain to put these pieces on. So mine are sitting right here. Can't wait.
Yeah, I heard that's
Getting
those
ready.
pieces are flimsy, and it's just kind of like
I thought they were so they're not magnetic.
no, they just I don't know if it's just like friction that keeps them on. You know, they kind of
okay, so it's one of those. I
Right.
actually would get SH Buzz. Yeah, so guys, did you guys see this? This is really cool. It's smaller than 1/6, I believe. I don't think it's a full.
I'm out.
But it looks really nice. I want to get mine. And apparently, this company, this Pop Mart, is a very, very good company.
What's the company?
Pop Mart.
Pop Tart?
Pop
Is that what
Mart.
you said?
Here.
Oh, okay.
Hold on.
I have the Hot Toys one paid off, which I'm really, really excited for.
Oh, you already paid it off? Yeah, no, I can't wait to get it.
I figured, I didn't love the
Super
movie.
chat.
Hot Toys are here, diecast. Yeah, no, the Hot Toys is diecast 100%. Yeah, this I saw, and I was like, oh wow, it's shipping already, and I thought it was the Hot Toys one, but it's not. But did anybody in the chat order this, or you guys in the panel order this?
I didn't know of it.
I've not even seen it.
I have my
Never bought a
Hot Toys-
Pop Tart figure before.
I have
Probably
my
never
Hot
will.
Toys one paid off, which I'm very, very excited for. This is one of those examples of like this specific movie. I didn't love it whatsoever, but this is such like an iconic character for me.
They should tackle the actual Toy Story figures.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes.
I mean, people
would- yeah.
love. I mean, it's
Even if
Disney,
it's
and
Toy
people
Story one.
love that movie.
It's also like such an iconic movie for like most of us like in this age range. Like we,
Right.
that was probably like an entry into Disney for a lot of us.
Right.
And also, I like the fact that this is such a unique piece too. Like I just didn't want to miss the opportunity to have something like that in the
Right.
collection.
And it's diecast.
That's pretty cool.
Yep.
But you
The
don't
one-
know what scale it is, right?
It's small. It's definitely smaller than 1/6, but it's not.
Maybe
it's not
1/8, 1/10.
something, but it's not 100% 1/6. But it looks nice.
Brian in the chat, he says, I can look over a poor movie for a great figure. Yeah. Honestly, I can too sometimes.
I have a hard time with that. If it's like, for example, this Wonder Woman from '84, where you can like and you could probably do it with this Buzz Lightyear too, where you can substitute it for a different movie, then I'm okay with it. But otherwise, I gotta have that connection with the movie, me personally.
Luis in the house says, I paid $400 for the MMS Terminator T800, and then to see the Terminator DX come out, the unbelievable lesson.
Unbelievable.
No, it's true, and that hurts. You know why it hurts? It hurts because if you're somebody who, for example, like you mentioned earlier, Graeme, you're trying to build your collection, so you're just buying whatever whatever is out, whatever you can afford, whatever you want. But then you're finally able to get this piece that you really, really wanted for so long, and then all of a sudden, boom, a new one. Literally, whether it's weeks, down the line or months down the line, you're like, oh man, like that's so painful because you just busted your ass for so long to get this piece that you really, really wanted to get. And the worst part is that every figure, like for example, if a figure comes out today, like released today, and a figure comes out in 2 years, it's automatically going to be better than the one that was just released today. So it hurts to know that you have to save up for so long to get this one piece that it's already obsolete because the new one just came out.
The real shitty thing is, if he didn't buy that, they never would have came out with another Terminator figure. That's what's shitty. You know it. If I don't like C-3PO, people are holding off. They won't buy C-3PO and Hot Toys probably will do it, but like you wait and wait. And then when I got the Sideshow, and I was like, I know exactly when I get this, they're gonna like come out.
Also, don't forget,
version.
we have Present Toys. They have those 2 different Terminator variants coming out. Was it Present Toys?
Present
It was
Toys.
Present Toys. Yeah, like the battle damaged one with the endoskeleton showing in regular one.
Thank you, my friend Luis. I appreciate it.
So hasn't he been featured in the most Marvel movies now? Like
Well,
the actor who's appeared in the most.
He's been in like 6 of them. So, so yeah, this is the third party figure that it's actually shipping now. I almost got it. I was like, you know what? Hot Toys is making this. They have to make this. This head sculpt is horrible. Look at that. This is like,
and this is the best it's going to look too, for the most part.
Oh yeah,
it does look terrible to the right, but yeah, that angle looks rough.
I'll tell you this: when you zoomed in, it got worse. Like when you weren't zoomed in like this, I didn't think it was like bad.
No,
I could still tell who it was.
Here it looks good.
Yeah.
Here it doesn't.
Kind of gets worse going from right to left.
Yeah.
Just progressively gets worse.
Thule says, "Justice for Wong, justice for Wongers."
Don't wrong Wong.
Wongers. Let's see. Okay, the buzz. Oh, see, almost 9 inches. I told you.
I can relate.
Luis has a good question too.
Yeah, see, 9 inches, man. Tiny butt, 270. My God, crazy. Every release carries its own exact. No, 100%. That's very, very true. Also, Inner, I believe, are making.
Oh boy.
Oh God.
That would be cool. I'm not gonna lie. That'd be
cool. You know what that means.
Y'all about to start seeing me post some very positive things about NR.
Are you buying NR?
No. I'm look. We've talked about this before. I think it's a great thing what NR is doing, and I'm very excited for them as a company and collectors in general because it's a big win for all of us, even the ones who don't buy anything. I'm just not at that point in my collecting life.
You're still playing patty cake with Hot Toys, so you're not there yet.
It's just hard for me to spend that kind of money on a figure because I think Hot Toys itself is enough detail for me to be very happy. Granted, if they came out with a figure that was an absolute love of mine, for whatever reason I didn't have it, and it made sense to spend a little bit more money, maybe. But I'm just not. I don't know. I'm just not there yet. I am excited to see what they do with Harry Potter. I mean, that's really cool.
A lot of people are going to be very, very happy about that line.
That's going to be a bigger discrepancy between Star Ace and InArt versus Hot Toys and InArt. So that one's going to be a lot more exciting to see. Especially since I have Voldemort from Star Ace, and I've never seen Star Ace in person, but pictures I haven't been like super happy with.
Star Ace is not good at all.
Yeah, I'm excited to see the Voldemort though. I hope he turns out pretty okay.
Single songwriter says, "Looks like my friend Carl."
Justice for Carl.
Oh my God, this is just wrong.
You skipped Luis's comment.
Hey, you need to play Donald Trump. You need to play Donald Trump.
Single songwriter. This one?
Yeah, he's asking which Hot Toy figure we think we'll get from Ant-Man. I think Kang would be one.
We're getting Kang. We're getting Cassie. We're getting Ant-Man. We're getting. I think we're getting the wife. I have a feeling we're getting the wife, but I don't know. Michelle Pfeiffer.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, but I don't know. I really want an OG Hank Pym, like with him wearing the old suit, but that's not gonna happen.
Hey y'all, I'm having a blank. Is MODOK in this one, or is that
Yeah.
That'd be, even though I don't like visually how he looked in the trailer, that'd be a pretty interesting.
He's got like a Skeletor like screen face, and then all of a sudden they showed like his real face. Like, what the hell?
I kind of liked like the Skeletor looking face more than the real face, but granted, that's going to be a very hard. It's hard to blame them because that is a more difficult character to portray in live action versus animation. So you got to give him a little
Right.
little bit of wiggle room there.
Yeah.
That'd be a neat Hot Toys. That you got to admit that's going to be extremely different of a character to have in a collection if they come out with it.
Trevor Dust says if Inart drops a Dark Knight Returns that blows the Hot Toys one out of the water, which no, my friend. No, my friend. No, my friend. Not happening. Therefore, you're
Wrong.
Wong.
Wong. He's saying Wong, not wrong. Wong. Let's see that Aragorn is dope in our out art. Whatever. It's so good. Out art. Kang Gang. Yeah, he's coming. Kang.
I
I mean, he's the next big villain. So yeah, I would assume.
I'll say this.
We're
That
getting it.
actor, is it Jonathan Majors? Is that the actor's name? Jonathan Majors?
I couldn't tell. Yeah,
He's ripped.
No, this is like, you know how some actors have like those standout years? This is gonna be that man's like standout year because he has this movie. He also has Creed 3 that comes out in like April.
Yeah, he's jacked for that movie.
Bro, he looks scary as hell too.
Yeah, he's
in
ripped.
that one.
Like
I
the
can't
abs,
wait.
like his ab muscles are like chiseled. Like you can
Yeah.
see that's how ripped he is. No, and don't forget he's gonna definitely be around. We're definitely getting multiple figures of him. It's not just gonna be one. We're gonna get him from Ant-Man, and we're gonna get him from season 2 of Loki as well. So remember that.
Yo, him in the chair?
Yes.
Hanging in the chair? Bro, that's gonna be so good.
It's happening.
What makes you think we're gonna get him from season 2 of Loki? You said.
Yeah, season 2, because he only appeared at the end.
Yeah, that I could see. Okay. Yeah. So
they'll give him to you for the movie, and then they'll give him to you for the show.
Yeah, is this Batman Returns or we said Dark Knight Returns, but does he mean Dark Knight Rises or
No, he probably meant
the animation of Dark Knight Returns?
No, he probably meant the Dark Knight Rises.
Gotcha.
Wait, is the animated? Is that Frank Miller? Is that the animated Batman Returns?
Yeah, I think it was called The Dark Knight Returns. There's part 1, part 2.
Yeah, I think that's Frank Miller. That would be kind of cool.
Hey, Fab, do you have the spawn? Yeah, I got that big one, and I ordered the new one. Remember that there was that first one that's already out. That was like out of scale, really, really big, and then they put another one that's in 1/6 scale. That is actually,
I got that one ordered. I got the deluxe order.
Yeah, so I got that one coming too. So
that one's supposed to be more in scale too, and it looks really good.
He's playing a bodybuilder in a movie. No, just
a boxer.
No,
boxer.
Yeah, he's a boxer.
He looks like a damn bodybuilder, man.
No, yeah, he's ripped. First time William is wrong. Yay, everybody!
Congrats, William.
He's wrong.
Congrats.
Once. Unbelievable.
You're Wong.
You're Wong. Let's see. Brick says, just went to Secret Movie, seeing Tom Holland and Simbi. Oh, yeah, buddy. It's going to be so good. That black suit.
Hey, hurrying into Williams' comment.
Where's Williams? Williams. Yeah. No, two different. Oh, okay. So I didn't know that. I didn't see the commercials for the.
Ooh.
All right, so he's not wrong.
I'll tell you this. I guess we should never doubt Williams' pop culture knowledge.
No, he knows his stuff. He knows
his shit.
Yeah, like when so I used to post in the group, guys. 1/6 Evolution. Join the Facebook group if you haven't yet. So I'll post Marvel pictures of like things that they'll post in this specific group, and it'll be like fake news. And I'll post it in the group, and William will be there saying this is not true, and he'll explain exactly what's really happening with like whatever I posted. And I'm like, so now I just tag him every time I post something, and he tells me what's really going on. No, he knows exactly what's going on with like the movies and stuff. So I always tag him. Oh, sorry, I meant Rises, the latest Batman. See, I don't know. I'm not like, I want Inart to be like great, but like I know they're not gonna be. So that's why I'm like, it is what it is.
But do you think they're not going to be great as a company or as like the product they're putting out?
Already as a company, they failed with lying to everybody with the whole pre-order.
People forget.
No, yeah, they forget, but I don't.
Wait. in art, if you're listening to this, I'm actually a very big fan of your company, and I know you're going to succeed and do extremely well. Keep doing you. Thank you.
Inart, do
Okay.
not send him a single figure.
Yeah, paid promotion.
So, let's see.
Put your money where your mouth is, Fabs, and cancel your orders.
No way.
You say they already failed you, but you're buying from them.
No. I'm saying. No. That's not what. Stop it, Jetty. What I said was, I want them to be good. But what happened was when they start lying, right off the bat, if you're a good company, there's no reason for you to lie. Period. Just there's no reason for you to lie. So when you start off, okay, with your first product, all right, you have a 3-day pre-order window, and then all of a sudden you have an entire year. That does not look good. Recently, actually, I think it was yesterday. Was it yesterday? Or the day before? So, Kitchen posted that the pre-order for the was it Aragorn? Actually, let me show you right now. I'll show you guys right now exactly what I'm talking about. So he posted that the pre-order was open again, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to show you guys real quickly. Where was it? Wait, did I miss it?
God.
Wait, what happened? He posted that the pre-order was opened again, and I shared it in my group, and I said, here we go again with round 2 of pre-orders being reopened. And then somebody commented under my post saying that, what the hell did they say? They said something like,
well, I still need to order those test ropes.
No, you know what they said? They said, the guy said he said, oh, he's a reseller. Speaking about Kitchen, he's a reseller. He's allowed to put the pre-orders up again if he wants to. So, yes and no. So the problem is that Kitchen is a reseller, right? He's a reseller, or not even a reseller. He's actually a retailer because he deals with, he's a business. He's not just a regular person. He's a business, right? So as a reseller, as a retailer, not a reseller, retailer, you cannot do anything without the company's consent. So if I'm in art and I tell a retailer that I'm going to do business with, listen, you can only put my item up on your page for 3 days for people to pre-order. After those 3 days, that's it. If I decide to keep that pre-order open for more than 3 days, like I was told by the company, most likely in some written agreement, some contract, something, I am not going to be able to, as the company owner, meaning Kit, as being Kit, I am not going to be able to just open up a pre-order because I feel like it. Doesn't work that way. If I'm the owner of the company and you're selling my products for me and I tell you to do something and you do whatever you want, I'm immediately taking away my product off of your hands because you're not listening to my rules. Okay? And every company has rules. And every company that deals with retailers, distributors, all that stuff, they all have rules. So you can't. And I'm speaking about the guy who said that to me. He goes, oh, he could do whatever he wants. Yes, he could do whatever he wants, but not specifically about that company, So, again, he just did it again for Aragorn, for the, here it is. Oh, here it is. Right here. I had it right in front of me the whole time. Hold on. Here it is. Pre-order reopened. So he reopened for Aragorn and Gandalf, cutting off anytime soon. So here we go. Reopen. So again, if Inart says to him, do not reopen anything, he cannot reopen anything. He's reopening these pre-orders because Inart is allowing him to reopen these pre-orders. Because if I'm Inart and you're opening pre-orders and I don't have product for you, how are you going to fulfill those pre-orders? So I have to be okay with the fact that I'm allowing you to open the pre-orders. A lot of people don't realize that. They just think, oh, Kit can just he decided to do that. Kit is, he chose to do it himself. Impossible. Doesn't work like that. So already, again, not once. They did it with the Joker. Now Aragorn and Gandalf. It goes to show. So that puts a bad taste in my mouth, and I don't like that.
Fabs, I agree with you. I absolutely love Inart. I want you guys to do well. Thank you for your service.
So, sometimes
I'll just sum it up what you said.
yeah, okay. And here's the thing, like, people think that, like, I really, I dislike Inart. It has nothing to do with that.
No, look.
Just,
we talked about this. We talked about this once before. It is extremely odd, the bandwagon that is going on, right? And it's extremely fair to have dialogue over issues that you see, especially you being a very veteran person in this hobby. Having dialogue over anything is completely fine, and it should be had, right? No one should get upset about that. Even if the owners of Inart watch this or whatnot, this is fair. Like, it's fair game to have like discourse through anything and everything. It's only good for the hobby and the community and the people who follow you, Fabs, if you speak your full mind and are transparent at all times. It'll give you more credibility going forward too.
But my thing is this.
But Inart, I absolutely love you guys. Thank you.
Well, this guy. The problem is, Inart as a company is already messing up. One thing would be if they had their 3-day pre-order window open. We order for 3 days. That was it. And then we create the drama, right? Then we, in the community, we create the hype. We create, this, that. But no, right off the bat, they came into the community lying from the get-go. Like, from the beginning. Boom. 3-day pre-order window. Lies. So how does that look as a company? It doesn't look good. And I personally understand it because they're looking to make that money. So by opening up the pre-orders longer than 3 days, went from 3 days to an entire year, what does that mean? That what they were expected to do numbers-wise was nowhere near close. That they didn't even stop the pre-orders ever. They went the entire year. So that's what I don't like. Like, right off the bat, they started with the lies and the BS, and we didn't. And then it started with the whole issue with people blaming Kit Chen, which it wasn't his fault because he's not. Again, it wasn't him. It'll never be him. As a retailer, as a reseller, you cannot decide to do what you want to do with somebody else's product. They're telling you what to do and how to sell it and when to sell it. So that's why it put a bad taste in my mouth. But again, do I want them to be good? Absolutely, because I'm buying them. You know what I mean? I got the Joker. I got the Pennywise. So I want them to be good, but it's not looking good as a company at all to me. Batman Fabs. What Batman? I can't believe you guys are awesome tonight. Man, this is the first time I've been like backed up with the chat. I'm not sure. I can even do it for I felt it was a constant thing in the whole store. Joker, I was pre-order email tonight. Aragon that kit. He was on my pre-order tonight. Oh, you pre-ordered it tonight, Joker? Let's see exactly what's that. Unbelievable. Eddie, unbelievable. This guy, 3-day stuff. That's exactly what it was. They and not only that, but they thought that they were going to right off the bat get tons and tons of pre-orders, and they didn't, and that's why they started doing that. He fell asleep. Yeah, I think Austin fell asleep. Andrea says, "What if people cancel?" Yeah, but again, that shouldn't be. You know what I mean? That's not.
That would have been a lot of canceled orders.
Yeah, exactly. That's not the company's fault.
Because you opened it for 3 days, so you opened it, and then after 3 days, you close it. But then you would have had to have a lot of people very soon after cancel their orders to reopen it again. So I don't think so.
But this is a good point. Andrea says possibly reselling canceled orders. Yeah, that's a possibility, but I don't think that's the reason why. I think they're looking to make more money. I don't think they're trying.
Well, and did they open it back up like right away?
Right away. Yeah, right away.
Yeah, so I don't think people would have people were really hyped. So I don't think they would have canceled right away after placing the order, but you never know.
If they don't have a license selling the US, I can see a and that's another thing. Single Story says if they don't have a license selling the US, I can see a bullet of problems coming. That's another thing. Remember, if they're licensed overseas, if you have a problem, an issue with the figure, and you didn't I know, for example, like if I bought it from Kitchen, I know if I have an issue, he'll take care of it 100%. But if you're buying from somebody who's not reputable like that, what the hell's going to happen? You know what I mean? So that's a scary part about that too.
Very scary.
Eric in the house, what's going on, my friend? I didn't even know you were in the chat.
Yeah, he popped in a while ago.
Oh, that's probably.
Don't worry, I said hi to him.
Well, that's probably one of the messages that I missed when I was scrolling down. His Spec Fiction shop open. The pre-orders again. Oh, I don't know. I don't ever check that website, so I don't really know anything about that site at all. People are saying NR is hot. Yeah, okay.
Oh God, please don't trigger Fabs.
Either you just want hot to the fair, you want reason to blind website, hot to the. Yeah, I don't think so. Anybody who acts and pretends like that's the reality of what's going on is delusional, because that's not happening. That's not happening. There's no way that a company that came out literally yesterday is going to take out a company that's been around for decades. You know what I mean? So it's not happening. Sorry. So
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Trevor does. No company is going to throw in them. Exactly. Thank you. However, so far they impressed me with their offerings. Inorganic can be following address. This guy, unreal. Today's magic words are "stop by U.S. Customs." Oh my God, this guy. Oh. Austin, tell William to relax, okay? Unreal.
Hey, sorry about that. I was actually trying to find the clip of where I was talking very highly about InArt, and I was
you're gonna send it to them?
I was trying to clip it and save it, and that was going to be my post.
Unbelievable. Unreal.
This should be getting your full attention right now.
I hope John sees the post and bans you from InArt.
I was fucking it up. I didn't know how to clip it. I found the part. I don't know. I don't know what I did wrong, but now I have to find it again. So
all companies that make figures have a defective ratio. Somebody goes on, there's InArt problem. Oh, true. That's very true. A lot of people don't think about that either, single songwriter. They just, let's just buy. But remember, this is first generation body that they're using. This is first generation everything. So it's very scary. It'll be very interesting.
Very scary stuff.
Yeah, I'm waiting for mine. I'm waiting for my stuff. I can't wait for my stuff, but it's gonna be fun. Graeme, what do you want to say to the chat before we're out of here?
I just want to thank you guys all for making this show go. Thank you guys for the great conversations tonight. If you're not familiar with my channel, I am the Jedi Knights Watch, and hop on over to my channel. Just came out with a new 2023 collection tour, and yeah, I got a lot of cool stuff coming out. So pop on in, say hi,
Austin,
and thanks Fabs for having me.
you're welcome anytime.
Yeah, I want to thank the chat for being like super active tonight and making it really
Yes.
fun. As a guest on here who's just talking through something that I love. The hobby, collecting action figures and hot toys and talking about movies. Appreciate Fabs, for having me on here. More importantly, thank you, InArt. But no,
Thank you, InArt. Unbelievable.
Content wise, I don't do YouTube yet, like Graeme and.
Oh wait, no, tell him. Didn't you have some news? Didn't you tell me some news? You don't want to share it, or you want to wait?
Which
you messaged
news?
me about some YouTube news, or were you lying?
Maybe.
Oh, what a liar! Unreal. Get him off.
Also,
No,
if you guys,
I don't know if it's something I don't know if it's something I can actually tell yet. But I do plan on making a channel here soon.
Yeah, that's what it was. You said you were going to make a channel.
Oh, so that, yeah. So I do plan on making a channel here soon. Once again, I do Instagram because I love the hobby. It just kind of enhances, this outlet for me. So, I think the first portion of it may be like the taking down of the current setup and then the creation of a new one. I think that may be like the first video, or that may be some reel I do on Instagram of the entire breakdown and how I do it. But, either way, regardless if you follow me or not, I appreciate everyone stopping in and chatting with me and us.
And anybody here, come to my show on Monday night at 10 Eastern. I know it's a little bit late if you're on the East Coast, but these two guys are going to be on my show, and we're going to have some good stuff to talk about. So, and it'll be different than, your typical news show. So we'll have good topics. So come on by.
Yeah, so we'll be. This is Monday, right?
Yes, this is Monday.
Yeah, so Monday we'll be on the Jetty's stream. Stay tuned, guys. Thank you guys as always for hanging out with us. 2.5 hours. You all stayed. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys so much. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.
Wait, can I say one more thing before you close out?
Go ahead.
I do like being pretty active on Instagram. So if anybody's on there and you ever want to do like an Instagram live or whatnot, I'm very happy to do that with anybody on here. I need to be better about doing that. And I have a couple planned. So, if anybody just wants to chat and just talk through anything via Instagram live or whatnot, just let me know. I'm sure Fabs and Graeme would join at any point.
One thing I was going to ask you guys, I don't know how to do it, but apparently you could do like collaborations on Instagram, and I noticed but I don't know how does that work? I don't get it.
So
start a live video and then
you start a live video and
you get like the streaks. You know what I mean? Like you'll get oh man. Never mind. Go ahead.
I'll say it used to limit you to one person. Now you can have up to 4 people on there. And it's a really neat format, because it's your Instagram audience and everybody gets like a notification. And it's just like this. It's a very interactive chat. It's real time.
But you gotta be on your phone. Like you're on your phone doing this, right?
Yeah, I don't know if you can actually do it via like a laptop. I don't know if it limits that. I just did it a couple of nights ago and I just used my phone. Yeah.
I got you. Okay. Yeah, no, we got to try it. We got to try it one day and see how that works. Because I want to do that collaboration streak that you get when you post stuff with other people. But all right, that's it, guys. Thank you guys so much again, as usual, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye, InArt.
Put you on the flippity flip.
Bye, InArt.